Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, test. Okay. Despite the fact I did testing, I'm going to test again. Despite the fact I did testing. Okay. Hello, mute please. There we go. All right. Hello, this is Chiak. We're going to have a little one-off live stream or one-off play of Journal. Excuse me. Which if I looked at the information correctly, it was by the developer of Cairo. You know what? All the information is in the description, which I just copy and pasted from the Steam page, but we're just gonna get started here with a new game that's, okay. Hold on, I don't know what happened. What's happening? Okay, here we go. I'm not sure what happened there. New game. Kevin MacLeod. Oh my god, this guy's music is...
I've kept a journal for as long as I can remember. I used it to chronicle my every thought and dream, until the day I opened it to find it completely blank.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say there is a really weird thing happening right now where the game... Okay, I use mouse. This is not... Okay. Okay, so there's no up and down, it's just left or right. Got it. So I use the arrow keys on my keyboard, no mouse at all.
I feel like there's something up with my mother lately. She always means well, but something's off. It's just a feeling.
Okay. Hi, sweetie. Hey, Mom. Did you need me for something? Elena? Have you seen Elena recently? I thought you were supposed to be seeing her today. Is something the matter between you two? I totally forgot. No, nothing's wrong. That's good. Elena's a nice girl. She needs a good friend like you to bring her out of her shell a little bit. Why do you say that? She just seems a bit quiet. Does she have many friends at school? Insensitive kind? Not really. I don't know why. We get along well enough. She's just shy. I'm sure you can help her make friends with the other boys and girls. Yeah, I'll try. That's my girl. You're a good friend, sweetie. Thanks, Mom.
Sometimes I worry about Eleanor being too shy. It makes things difficult, especially at school. But she's still my friend.
Okay, I'm sorry, Elena. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that's it. Actually, can I ask you about my journal? Did you do something to my journal? Do something? You mean you can't find it? No, the pages are all blank. I haven't touched it, sweetie. You know I wouldn't snoop. Never mind. Okay, Mom, I guess I'll have to ask someone else. That's a good idea. But why would the pages be blank all of a sudden? Well, whatever it is, I'm sure you'll fix it up. You can always write new ones. I don't want to just write new ones. I want the ones I already wrote back, too. It's not the end of the world, sweetie. I just don't understand it. Try not to worry about it too much, hun. I'll try, but I'm always here to help. Okay. So, we're just gonna leave it at that. Let's go.
I've known Eleanor since we moved to the area. She was my first friend round here, and I think I was probably hers too. We had each other, and that's never changed. But even once I started to make other friends, she didn't.
Okay. Hey, there you are. Did something happen? Sorry, I got caught up in other things. Oh, well, that's okay. I didn't have any other plans. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. It's alright. I don't have anything else to do. Apologetic? What happened again? How late am I? I can't remember what time we were supposed to meet. It really doesn't matter. Oh, I'm really late. Only an hour or so. It's really not a problem. An hour? I'm sorry, Elena. I won't forget next time, I promise. What have you been up to? Nothing, really. Nothing at all? You know, just homework. I have loads to do. Everyone has loads to do. You just put more effort in than we do. It's better than getting into trouble. Besides, I don't mind it. Most of it is interesting. Even history? You know I like history. Yeah, I know. I still think you're crazy. So, why did you want to meet up? I just wanted to get out of the house. I didn't want to be around to get shouted at some more. Oh, no. No happy home life, okay. Why would you be shouted at? What happened? You know one of the windows at school got broken, right? Yeah, I saw it. They put a board over it now. Well, someone's been spreading rumors about it. About me. What kind of rumors? They're saying I broke the window. Curious? Do you know what actually happened to it? No? How would I? I didn't do it. I didn't even know it was broken. Yeah, it does seem like the kind of thing you do. Oh yeah, sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing you do. I would never. I'm glad you believe me. I don't know why my parents don't. How did your parents find out? I think the park keeper told them. Why would he do that? I guess he heard the rumors too. Have you told him you didn't do it? I probably should, but what if he shouts at me too? He wouldn't do that. John's a nice guy. If you say so. He's probably mad at me. I can talk to him for you, if you want. Would you? Yeah, of course. Thanks. I've been so upset about this whole thing.
Eleanor's upset because of a rumour that she broke a window at school. She says she didn't do it, but John already told her parents that it was her.
Is it really could you actually call it a rumor or not an accusation? I don't know, because you say rumor, I think some people's like, oh, did you hear? I heard blah blah blah. It's like more like hearsay, but no one actually knows. Where it sounds like people are just straight up just accusing her. They're like, yeah, it was her. She did. She broke the window. You know, something weird has happened to my journal. I didn't know you had a journal. Like a diary? Yeah, I write in it every day, but something's happened to it. I've lost everything. You mean you misplaced it? No, I have the book, but the pages are blank. That's really weird. Who do you think did it? I don't know. My mom knows where my journal is, but I don't know why she'd mess with it. I always tell her not to touch it. If she did, I guess there must have been some reason for it. What kind of reason could she have? My journal's private. It wouldn't even mean anything to anyone else. Don't ask me, but who else could have done something to it, if not you? We're just gonna go with the happy options, I guess. I thought if we put our heads together, we might come up with something. Who else knew you had a journal? Only a couple people. My mother, John. John, the park keeper? Yeah, I told him about it before, but I don't know. I don't think it's him. He hasn't visited us for a while. Does he just visit all the parents? That doesn't leave us many options. Nope, thanks anyway, Elna. I think I'll think about it.
Eleanor and I tried to work out what might have happened to my journal. She's good at setting things out logically, even if we didn't get anywhere.
Okay. See you later, Elna. Okay. So... is the park keeper the other way? How was... okay, so the guy not even associated with the school somehow knows all these rumors? Okay, whatever. Sure. Hey, you're John, right?
John's a friend of the family, but he hasn't been around much lately. He works nearby, but there was a time he visited my parents and me often.
Hey, John. Long time no see. How have you been? I'm alright. Busy with school? Busy with school? Something like that. Chin up. You know what they say. Your school years are supposed to be the best years of your life. Enjoy them while you can. Yeah, I guess. Things have just been weird lately. Oh, what's up? Let's talk about the journal first. Something happened to my journal. Your journal? You mean the notebook you're always guarding with your life? Yeah, that one. It's very important to me. Did you lose it somewhere? No, the pages are blank. All the words are missing. Well, that was careless. You kept that notebook but lost the words inside it, eh? Persistent. Very helpful, but seriously, what could have happened to them? I don't know. Are you sure you got the right notebook? Very sure. I couldn't make a mistake like that. I'm sure you'll work something out. I know how important that book is to you. You're always writing in it. Yeah, thanks anyway. I just thought I'd ask. Okay, the mother. Did something happen with you and my mom? I don't know what you mean. Did she say something? No, it's not that. It's just that we haven't seen you in ages. Oh, well. Things are complicated. I don't really understand. Neither do I, to be honest. Understanding? Are you just busy or something? I guess I could understand that. I'm always busy. Somebody's got to keep this place spick and span. You think we have garden gnomes to do it? You don't even have any gnomes around here. Exactly. No gnomes, just poor old me. Your life must be so hard. I can't really complain. Fresh air, sunshine. You should try it sometime. Hey, I'm outside right now, aren't I? Anyway, just visit soon, okay? I always had fun when you came over. I'll try, and thanks. What for? For reminding me that we had good times. I've missed spending time with you all, too.
John seems to miss us, even though he doesn't visit anymore. I asked him why, but didn't really get anywhere. He always makes serious questions into some kind of joke.
Okay, now, finally, the window. I just saw Elena. She's really upset. Oh, really? Did you two have a falling out? No, nothing like that. Well, that's good. So what happened? Is there something I can help out with? She says her parents are mad at her because they think she broke one of the school's windows. Oh, right. Poor Elena. I hope she's alright. It's not pleasant feeling like someone's disappointed in you. Protective. But she says she didn't do it. She told you that? Yeah, she's convinced that someone else is spreading rumors about her. I thought you knew that she'd done it. How would I know? You were the one who told me so. I told you? Why would I tell you she'd done it? I thought you said you seen her do it. I don't remember saying that. Well, did you see her do it or not? If you think you might be wrong, you better say now. I'm not sure. Perhaps you ought to have a careful think about it. You don't want Elna to be in trouble for no reason, do you? No, of course not. Okay, I'm glad we talked. Anyway, maybe I'll see you later. You bet. I'll be here. Oh, I think I did the wrong voice, but oh well. Okay. So, do I just head back to Elna then? You still here? I'm going to stay here for a little while longer. It's better than being at home. Get back to the window. I spoke to John. What did he say? Is he mad at me too? No, he's not mad, but what? Oh no. Am I in even more trouble? Is he going to tell the school? He was just concerned about you. I didn't do it. Why does he think it was me? Straight. Somebody else told him you did it. Who would do that? Actually, he said I told him you did it. What? Why? Did you tell him it was me? I don't remember. Maybe I did? You did. You did it, didn't you? You broke that window and blamed on me. I thought you were my friend. You know what? I guess this is where the journal thing comes in, because I have no idea what's going on right now. So what? It's not a big deal. It'll get repaired. But I got into trouble for something you did. I didn't know your parents would freak out. John asked me about the window. I just didn't want him to think I did it. I wasn't thinking.
Eleanor overreacted about me telling John she'd broken the window. It's not as bad as she thinks it is, but she's really upset.
Elna, I don't think you're reacting enough. You just blamed your friend. I can't believe you've done this to me. Unsympathetic, apologetic, indifferent, apologetic. I'm sorry, I really am, but I wasn't going to take the blame for something I didn't do either. What is going on? Then why in the world... What? I don't want to talk to you right now. Just leave me alone.
We didn't leave things well after speaking about the window. Eleanor didn't want to talk about it anymore, and in a way I was glad.
Okay. You still here? Maybe I can head back to the journal now? Oh? Okay. I'm guessing this means the words are coming back. There we go, look at that. They're just flow.
The Girl and the Roller Coaster.
What?
Once there was a great travelling carnival, renowned for its splendour across all the land. Where they travelled, they brought with them the strangest and most wonderful sights. The Big Top held some of the most talented circus performers who had ever lived. For the thrill seekers, of course, so much of this magic was just the backdrop for the rides. It was the rides that the girl cared about above all else. Each year she returned, the ride seemed even more exciting. No more so than the year she was finally tall enough to ride the roller coaster. In her mind she had built it up to something almost unreal, yet wonderfully it did not disappoint. As she got older, life got more complicated, until one year she was so wrapped up in life that she decided not to go. It was months before she realised how a part of her felt empty at having missed it, a sense of loss she couldn't explain. However, the carnival never returned. Her mother told her perhaps it closed down. Carnivals were no longer so impressive in this day and age. For some reason she blamed herself, as if somehow it was her fault they were gone. It had been so important to her. Why had she let it go?
Okay, here we go. Wednesday, 8th October 1997. I feel like there's something up with my mother lately. She always means well, but something's off. It's just a feeling. Sometimes I worry about Elena being too shy. It makes things difficult, especially at school, but she's still my friend. I've known Elena since we moved to the area. She was my first friend around here, and I think I was probably hers too. We had each other, and that's never changed. But even once I started to make other friends, she didn't. Oh, hi, Regulator. Yes, another. It's really, this is part of like the getting through my list of small games I have and knock them off of the to-play area so I can prepare. I mean, I got an idea for October. I think is when things may kick off a bit more, though whether or not some of the games are short, I'm not sure yet. Either way, where was I in this reading? Elena and I tried to work out what might have happened to my journal. She's good at saying things out logically, even if we didn't get anywhere. Elena's upset because of a rumor that she broke a window at school. She says she didn't do it, but John already told her parents that it was her. John's a friend of the family, but he hasn't been around much lately. He works nearby, but there was a time he visited my parents and me often. John seems to miss us, even though he doesn't visit anymore. I asked him why, but didn't really get anywhere. He always makes serious questions into some kind of joke. Elena overreacted about me telling John she'd broken the window. It's not as bad as she thinks it is, but she's really upset. We didn't leave things well after speaking about the window. Elena didn't want to talk about it anymore, and in a way, I was glad. See, whoops, no, didn't mean to click that. Like, clearly, it's not a rumor if you just outright accused her of breaking the window. Anything more with your mother? Were you looking for me? I had a phone call from Mrs. Martin earlier. My math teacher? Why? She didn't say. She was calling to see if she could have a word with you. I guess I'll go and see her later. Don't forget, honey. I won't, Mom. About Elna. Oh yes, are you seeing her today? Maybe? I'm not sure. Tell her hi from me if you see her. Yeah, I'll do that. She's always welcome to come over. Yeah, I don't think she wants to come over. Alright, since we have to go to the school, let's head to the school. Hi. Well, I'm your only friend. I have other friends, but I did sort of betray you. What do you want? Come on, are you still mad at me? It's hard not to be mad at you after what you did. I said I was sorry. Did you? Look, let's just forget about it, yeah? That's easy for you to say. Nobody's mad at you. I just wanted to chat, that's all. Okay. Test. How are you doing anyway? Pretty much the same as yesterday. Not great. Your parents are still mad? Of course they are. They still think I broke the window. I couldn't tell them it was you, and you just blamed me for it. Thankful? Apathetic? I feel like both options sound pretty bad. Thanks for not getting me in trouble with them, Elena. Yeah, well, I look out for my friends. Look, we'll hang out later and you'll forget about all this stuff. It'll be fun, okay? I can't. I'm sorry. You can't? How come? I just can't. I've got other plans. Okay, never mind then. What's How do you think you did on the maths test the other day? I don't know. I studied really hard. I hope I passed. Me too. I didn't think you even studied for it, did you? I'm not great at maths, you know? How come math is like plural every single time? I don't know why, it's kind of freaking me out. Yeah, well, good luck anyway. Yeah, thanks, you too. Oh, that reminds me, Mrs. Martin was looking for you earlier. I told her I hadn't seen you yet. She was? Did she say what it was about? No, I didn't ask. Alright, well thanks for telling me anyway. I guess I'll go see her in a bit. Okay. Okay. So, into the school. Now we can enter school. Apparently this game is about 2 hours long, though we'll see. I guess it depends how... Oh, what the... What's with the dude?
I wish I knew Keith better, but he doesn't talk much about himself. He works really hard, but everyone still likes him.
He works really hard, but everyone still likes him. What does that mean? What's up, Keith? Not much. Looking forward to getting home later, actually. I think everyone's looking forward to going home. Yeah, but I've got this bike I'm working on, and I just feel like I could be getting so much more done if I were there. A bike? That's so cool. Yeah. It's just a project. I'm trying to restore it. It should be really nice when I'm done. I don't really know anything about motorbikes. They're just like any other machine, really. Once you know what the parts do and where they go. How do you know all this stuff? The motorbike was my father's. That's why I want to restore it. It's something me and my mother do together. I'd love to see it when it's done. Maybe. It's going to take us a long time yet. Are you going to ride it when it's finished? I'm not sure. It's kind of special. A classic. I want to keep it nice once it's all restored. Well, let me know when you get it fixed. I bet it'll be great. So I had that test. Oh yeah, the math one? I remember you were worried about it. How did it go? I don't know yet. Maybe not so great. Oh man, that sucks. Still, look on the bright side. If you keep retaking it, you'll eventually get the answers right. Yeah, thanks. I feel very assured. I've been told I'm a very reassuring person. I have a way with words. Is that so? Good luck on your retake. I don't know if I have to retake it. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Is the game not supposed to be full screen? Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm using OBS with this. It's weird, the game... So I put it full screen, and then it did a weird thing. Did it fix? There we go. I didn't realize. It's weird because at some points, I don't know if it did that itself, because it wasn't like that before. Oh well. Or maybe I just didn't see. Okay, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Okay, Catherine. Who's Catherine? Have you spoken to Catherine much recently? Yeah, kinda. She borrowed one of my books a while ago, but she hasn't given it back yet. I could ask her about it for you. It's okay. I'm sure she'll give it back when she's read it. I'm just not sure she even wants to read it. Why did she ask you for it if she wasn't interested in reading it? I don't know. She saw me reading it and asked to borrow it afterwards. This isn't the first time. You mean she's borrowed stuff from you before? Yeah, and it's always difficult to get it back. I should learn to stop lending her things. Maybe she's just interested in the same stuff as you. I think it's more like she wants to be interested in whatever I like. Maybe. That's typical Catherine. You mean she's up to something? No. No, nothing like that. It just sounds like her, that's all. Right, well, I kinda just want my book back. I'm sure you'll get it back eventually. I actually wanted to lend it to someone else, so I hope she is done with it soon. I'll mention it to her.
It's not surprising that Catherine's been all over Keith. If they got together, the whole school would be talking about it.
Okay, so some school drama. Okay, let's just find the math class. Are you the teacher?
Mrs. Martin is a good
here you
teacher.
go.
She can be strict, but she hasn't forgotten what it's like to be a kid.
There you are. I've been trying to get a hold of you all morning. Sorry, I'm here now. You wanted to see me? Yes, I did. Tell me, how are things at home? Positive? They're okay, I guess. That's good to hear. Any problems, you let me know, okay? I feel like I should be clicking the happy answers. I was like, are you masking something that I don't know about? Yeah, I will. Is that what you wanted to talk to me about? Actually, I wanted to talk to you about the math test you took the other day. Did I fail? I don't have to retake it, do I? Not exactly. Tell me, did you know that your answers were exactly the same as another student's? Innocence probing? No, I didn't copy anyone's answers during the test. I'm not talking about similar answers. There are only one answers to these questions, and most students write something similar, but your answers are the same word for word. Who else had the same answers as me? Catherine. I know you two are friends. Perhaps you'd like to talk to each other about what happened? Alright, I'll ask her. Thank you, don't forget.
She knew something was suspicious about the test, but I didn't know what to tell her.
Retake? Will I have to retake the test again? It depends on how this all happened. If you or Catherine were cheating, one of you will have to retake the test. The same one? I really can't say at the moment. Why don't you go and have a chat with Catherine and come back to me later? I'll ask her about it.
I would have done anything to pass the maths test. The last thing I wanted to do was have to take it again.
Okay. Assuming there's nothing else I can do here. Alright, let's leave. So, Catherine. Oh, so I know there's like some dude over here.
There's always something going on with Trevor. He's always in trouble for something. It's almost as if he enjoys it.
Hey, Trevor. Oh, hey, it's you. About that math test I had. Yeah, did it all go okay? Not really. What happened? You got caught with the answers? Somebody else got caught with me. Somebody else? Nobody else knew about it. Admission? What? I gave the answers to Catherine too. Why would you do that? I don't know, I just wanted her to do well on the test too. Who cares if Catherine does well? I thought you needed those answers so that you could pass the test. I did! I didn't get the answers for Catherine, I got them for you. Oh, so she cheated, so she... Okay. I know, and I'm grateful, but Catherine needed help too. Well, she might just have got us all in trouble now. What are you gonna do? I'll have to talk to Miss Martin about it. Oh man, that's bad. I know, I'll come up with something, okay? So how's your comic coming along? Can I read it yet? It's not quite ready for reading. Oh, come on, you've been working on it for ages. I know, I got loads of great sketches, but I'm not great at writing. What's it about? I haven't really got it all figured out yet. So you don't know what it's about? Of course I do. It's just sort of embarrassing talking about it. It seems interesting enough to me. I don't really read comics. Well, maybe I'll show you later, when I've drawn some of it. Cool, I'd like that.
I've always been envious of Trevor's ability to draw. I wish I had a talent like that.
What do you think I should say to Mrs. Martin? Don't tell her that I got you the answers to the test, whatever you do. Determined apologetic? What? I wasn't going to. I've been in enough trouble with her already. I don't need her on my back for this too. Yeah, I know. I'll try to keep you out of it. Thanks.
Trevor was only trying to help out when he got the answers for me. I should never have given them to Catherine too.
Guess I should go? Okay. So Catherine, are you in the main hall? Of course you are. Catherine?
I've always envied Catherine a little bit. She's beautiful and popular, and even though she's not that smart, almost everyone likes her.
What? Hey Catherine, what's up? Hey, have you seen Anne today? She's running around like a headless chicken. Did you do something? No, why would I bother? Maybe we should stop teasing Anne for a bit. Are you serious? You're not backing out now, are you? I just think maybe it's not that fun anymore. Oh, come on. Don't be so serious. We're just playing with her a bit. She needs to lighten up. I don't think she likes it much. Since when were you her best friend? I'm not. I didn't say I liked her, just... Nobody does, do they? She's just a little bookworm. Like right now, she's having a tantrum about her notes again. Disagree? She just takes studying really seriously. I guess. You guess? It's like life and death with her. She gets good grades, though. Of course she does. If she studied that much and still failed, there'd have to be something wrong with her.
I don't know why I go along with Catherine messing Anne around so much. Anne's not so bad, really.
I don't know why the audio quality on that particular voiceover line sounded weird. Okay, here, we'll start with the book and then we'll go to the math test. Let's leave the most serious thing for later. I think Keith wants his book back. What book? You said you borrowed from him and didn't give it back? Oh yeah, hey, wanna know a secret? You didn't read it, did you? Nope, why would I? I don't even remember what it was about. So why did you borrow it? You could learn a thing or two from me, you know? You should try out with Trevor. I know you think Trevor likes me, but... what's there to think about? Only you wouldn't notice something like that. Well, I think Keith just wants his book back. Fine, I guess I'll dig it out. Okay, is this the same thing? Yeah, I think it's just the same thing. Okay, math test. You know that math test we had? Yeah, what about it? Did you fail or something? No. Well, I don't know, but what did you do with those answers I gave you? What do you mean, what did I do? I used them, of course. That was the whole point. You didn't change them at all? You just used them exactly how they were? Oh yeah, those were the answers. Why would I change them? Honestly, I don't get you. What is this even about? I'm going to be frustrated. I thought you'd cover your tracks better than that. Look, you gave me the answers, but you didn't tell me I had to do anything special with them. How was I supposed to know? Because it'd be obvious something weird was going on if we both handed in the exact same answers. What do you want me to do about it? As far as I can see, you're the one who wanted me to use your cheat sheet. It wasn't my cheat sheet. I was just trying to be nice. I knew you were worried about the test. I wouldn't care if I failed anyway. It's not like math is important. This isn't helping. I don't know what you expect me to do. Seems to me that this is your mess. We have to come up with something. I can't just tell her the truth. You're the one with all the brilliant ideas here. It wasn't even really my idea in the first place. What? Then whose was it? I got the test answers from... Why are you telling her this? I don't particularly think she's trustworthy, but fine, tell her. Trevor, then blame him. I can't just blame him for it. Why not? Do you want to retake the test? I don't. No, but he's not even in trouble. Mrs. Martin didn't mention him to me. Trevor's always in trouble for something. What does one more thing matter? I guess so. It just doesn't seem right. Look, you know he'll take the blame for you, so why not do it? That doesn't make any sense. Why do you think he gave you the answers? I suppose he knows I'm not very good at math. Really, how sweet of him. Do you know something I don't? Apparently. Look, does it even matter why he did it? What are we going to do? What are you going to do, you mean? Can I just blame Catherine? I feel like I have to... Okay, I'm gonna tell Mrs. Martin the truth. I did it and you and Trevor both knew about it. What's the point of that? Then we'll all get in trouble. It's our fault. At least we won't have to lie about it. If you really want to get yourself in trouble, go ahead. But don't drag me into it. I'm not gonna tell Mrs. Martin anything. I mean, does it matter? Maybe I should talk to Trevor about this before I go back to Mrs. Martin. Just don't do anything stupid, okay? He's our easy way out of this. Alright. We'll see.
The situation with the test is a mess. Catherine's too stubborn to ever admit to doing something wrong. Somehow she always manages to turn it around on someone else.
Which makes me not want to blame Trevor. Oh, no, get me back into school. Oh, right, sorry. About that book. Oh wait, can't talk to him, never mind. Trevor, hey, so the situation is, not good. Catherine's saying some weird stuff earlier. What's new? I mean, she keeps mentioning you to me, like there's something going on I don't know about. There's nothing going on. I don't know why she has to keep getting involved in everyone's business. Are you sure you haven't said anything to her? Of course I haven't. Who do you trust, her or me? You definitely more. You're always honest with me. Look, don't worry about Catherine. She's just stirring things up as always. It's not that she said anything bad. Whatever she said, just forget I mentioned it. Why make me paranoid?
Maybe Catherine's right about Trevor, but I don't want to deal with it at the moment. I've got enough problems already.
Well, what about the math test? What about the math test? You said you were gonna talk to Trevor. This is not talking to Trevor. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Nothing with her. Right. Well, is there anything in the school here? Just wanted to check in the classrooms. Oh, you're Anne.
Anne's always been a really good student, and that's never changed. She's really smart, but she takes things so seriously that some people tease her for it.
Yeah, and what are you up to? Oh, hi. I'm looking for my geography notes. You haven't seen them, have you? No, sorry. What happened to your notes? Someone changed them all around and pages are missing. Oh, didn't the same thing happen last week? I have them all color-coded. I know when someone's been messing with them. Color-coded? Really? Yeah, anything red is for the test, yellow is stuff I've looked up on my own, and blue is for the topic we're currently studying. How are you color-coding it? Can you erase the blue? Because what happens if you're not currently studying it? Dubious? Dismissive? That's a lot of extra work. You think? It's very useful, but I can't do anything with them if they're in the wrong order. Can't you just use the textbook? The textbook doesn't cover everything, it's more of a guide. Don't you write notes? Nope, I usually just read the chapters I've already done in class before a test. Anyway, I know someone's messing with my folders. Do you think it's the same person who did it before? Trevor always pokes fun at me when I'm organizing my notes in the library. It was probably him. You'll find them somewhere. Trevor wouldn't do anything bad to them. You would say that. You always take Trevor's side. I don't. I've really got to sort these out before class, sorry.
It's terrible that everyone treats Anne so badly. It's why you shouldn't stand out at school. People don't like it.
Yes, that's clearly the reasoning. Have you seen Catherine today? Yeah, she's here somewhere. Why? No reason. I don't know why you're asking me. I try to avoid her as much as I can. I thought everyone liked Catherine. I don't know why she's so popular. Supportive, curious? You don't like her? Not really. Why do you like her? She's really pretty and popular. Who knows, she'll probably be a model or something when she leaves school. That's good. That's not a good reason for to be friends with her. You just don't know her very well. I'm not sure you do either. I think there's like knowing her and then straight up denial of her character. Listen, I'm sorry about the other day. About what? You know, about what was written on the board in our classroom. That was you? Yeah, well, I mean, I was dared to do it, but I didn't mean it. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm sure that makes it better. I didn't mean to pick on you. I just don't hang out with us. You just don't hang out with us much. It's sort of easier, I suppose. Who dared you to do it? Catherine did, but she didn't mean it either, I'm sure. My god, this girl. Well, I'm glad it wasn't Keith. Why do you say that? It doesn't matter. Look, I shouldn't have said anything. Has Keith been mean to you? No, not at all. At least I don't think he had. I don't think so. Has he said anything about me to you? Like what? I don't know. Anything. Not to me. Oh well, never mind then. I guess forget I asked. You sure it's nothing's wrong? Yeah, please don't tell him I asked, okay?
Anne's
okay,
never really shown any interest in boys in our class before. Her asking about Keith came out of the blue.
Okay. Hopefully that's not something we have to like talk to her with Catherine, because I feel like that could get... Did you hear anything about this missing notes thing yet? What thing? Anne, she lost some of her notes from class. That sucks. Why do you mention it? Did she want me to help her out or something? No, I mean she didn't ask. Then what? Are you asking me if I did something with her notes? Not at all. I know you wouldn't do that. Anne seems like a nice girl. I don't know why someone would mess with her. She gets teased a bit in our class. She takes everything so seriously. That doesn't seem fair. She always seems friendly. She's always friendly with me. Well, nobody really likes talking to her all that much. I do. Really? Yeah, she's an interesting girl. It's a bit of a shame we're not in the same class. I don't get to talk to her much. Thanks anyway, I guess.
I never thought Keith would be interested in a girl like Anne. I guess it explains some things.
Don't tell Catherine. So, about Anne. What about her? Well, it's just... What is it? I think maybe you should get to know her more. Why do you say that? It's just a hunch. I think you two would get on really well. Well, thanks for the advice. But why are you telling me this? Did she say something? Not really, it's just a suggestion, honestly. Look, I know you and Catherine are in this together. Trust me, she hasn't put me up to this. She'd be mad if she knew I'd say anything at all. Why? Catherine can be mean when she doesn't get what she wants. You think she'd take it out on Anne? Yeah. Don't say you don't know. Yes, probably. More than probably. You know what she's like. You're really putting me between a rock and a hard place here. I'd say I had to say something. Just talk to Anne, please. You obviously want to. I will. Thanks for what it's worth.
Catherine has a mean streak, and Anne is a prime target for it, especially if she and Keith got together. But I know telling him how Anne felt was the right thing to do.
Okay. Hey, Trevor. Hey, you didn't do anything to Anne's geography notes, did you? Not this again. Everyone's always assumes it was me. Well, it's not like you didn't have a history of being behind this stuff. Look, I stopped playing tricks on Anne when her father called mine. That really happened? It sure did. It's just not worth it now. So it wasn't you then? Didn't I just say that? Are you sure it wasn't your little friend Catherine? I was just checking. I'm not behind everything that happens around here. I guess I should go. Okay, see you later. Is there anything else I can talk to you about? No, okay, that's it. End the conversation there. You're still here, sir. Okay. This is just the same thing. No! Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. No, I shouldn't have done that. No! I don't know why he'd have anything at all to say about her. She didn't really say what it was about. Does she like him or something? That would be pretty hilarious. I don't know, maybe. Haha, this is perfect. Perfect, I thought you'd be mad. Mad? I'm not worried about Anne of all people. You were all concerned when I was talking to him the other day. That's different. I didn't want you getting your hopes up about Keith. So I can't even talk to him? I don't want a repeat of the Matt incident. You knew I liked him and you went out with him anyway. Exactly. Look, this is the perfect opportunity to have some fun with Anne. I don't think we should mess with her about this. Don't wimp out. Why don't you do it yourself? As if she'd believe me. That's your own fault. Look, I don't care what you say to her, just make something up.
As usual, Catherine wanted me to mess with Anne instead of doing her own dirty work. Usually it's all good fun, but occasionally she can be really mean.
I need you to get it through your skull that she's not doing this. for the haha hilarious wrong type of fun here. Please. Oh my god. Hi again, Anne. I thought you should know I spoke to Keith. You did? Why? You didn't tell him I was asking about him earlier, did you? Don't worry, I didn't tell him anything you asked. Are you sure? Why did you have to go and talk to him? Don't you want to know what he said? Of course I do. I just didn't think you'd go and talk to him outright. I was only curious. Encouraging. He's a really nice guy, you know? Yeah, I can tell. He's always friendly to me. He's friendly with everyone. I don't think there's anyone in school who doesn't like him. What has this got to do with me? I'm just saying, you could do worse. Do you think I have a chance? Would it change anything if I said yes? I don't know. I'm not sure what to think now. Are you still worried about Catherine? I thought she'd made sure that no boys in our class would ever talk to me. She told me as much. I know she's my friend, but you can't spend your whole life being afraid of what Catherine will think. I guess not. Thanks anyway. You've given me a lot to think about.
It felt good to encourage Anne, even if Catherine would be furious about it. I hope she makes a decision she's happy with.
Okay, anything more I can talk to her about? Someone put them on the top of the lockers. I think some of them fell behind, though I can't reach them. You could ask someone to help you get them out. It's okay, I think I'll just rewrite those notes. I thought you said you didn't have time to rewrite your notes. I don't want to bother anyone to move the lockers. It's fine. It's only a few of them, if you say so. Keith? Can I get Keith to move the lockers? Damn, okay. Nothing talking to you? Okay. I think I just need to go to the staff room now. And pay the piper. Hello again. Did you speak to Catherine? Yes, I did. And do you have something to tell me? It's complicated. I've got all day. Okay. Everyone's getting in trouble. I cheated on the test. Catherine and I both did, and Trevor helped us. All three of you? Yes, I'm sorry, Mrs. Martin. I didn't want to fail. Trevor isn't even in your class. How did he get involved in this? I didn't ask him to take the answers. He just did it. And Catherine, why did she cheat? I gave her my copy of the answers to look at. You're not going to do something like this again, are you? No, I promise. And I'll have to talk to Trevor and Catherine about this too. Catherine will tell you she didn't do it, but she did. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Thank you for being honest.
I told Mrs. Martin the whole truth about what happened with the test. Trevor and Catherine won't be happy, but I couldn't shift the blame onto one person. We were all involved.
Okay. Is this it? Zoom, zoom, zoom.
The Lion and the Chicken. Mallory had worked the carnival's coconut shy for nearly 5 years. He didn't like to talk about his old life, but he loved being part of the great carnival. He always took his lunch in the big top. He liked to watch the tightrope walkers and dreamed of one day being up there himself. One evening, the Lion came to him in his dreams. He knew of Mallory's desire to be up there in the spotlight and offered a deal. Bring me one of the circus master's prize chickens and I will help you get what you want. Mallory felt bad about stealing the chicken. He knew how much the circus master loved them. Yet he could not pass up this chance. He slept uneasy that night with the knowledge of the blood in his hands. In his dreams he sought out the Lion to return the favour. The Lion regarded Mallory with disdain and told him he was merely a lion and could not help him reach the heights of the tightrope. Mallory demanded to know why he had lied to him. The Lion told him it was not his fault. His instincts drove him to eat, and he would have promised Mallory anything to satisfy himself. No one ever confronted Mallory over the chicken, but he was sure they all knew. He never felt happy there again.
Okay. So what sort of... Miss Mara's a good teacher. So I don't think I really need to read this stuff because a lot of it, I guess, is just an overview of, I guess, the choices I've made and stuff like that. Can we not be friends with Catherine though? Really? Yeah, okay. Oh, I keep doing that. Okay, let's just exit. Hello, anything about the test? Can you do me a favor? Yes. Yeah, sure. I just haven't got time to do it myself, what with everything. What do you need me to do? There's a package I've been meaning to pick up at the post office. I'd like you to go and fetch it for me. But I'm not you. They're not going to ask for your ID, honey. You've been in there with me enough times now. Well, I'll try. You'll be fine. Just make sure you get it before the end of the day.
My mother wanted me to pick up a package from the post office. It made me really anxious for some reason, but she seemed pretty insistent.
Oh, what's in the package? We'll find out when you bring it back, won't we? Mean you have no idea what it is? That's generally how these things work. I just know it has to be picked up at the end of the day. Who sent it? I don't know, honey. The quicker you get the job done, the quicker you'll find out. Alright, I'll go get it. We'll open it together when you get back, I promise. I'm off. See you later, Mum. Bye, sweetie. Alright then. Which way to the post office, though? Morning, John. How's it going? Not bad. Well, that's better than alternative. Charity shop. What's this? Hey, do you know if Mr. Collinsworth has got anything new in the shop? Can't say I do. I took him in a few of my old jackets recently, but I'm not sure you'd be interested in those. Not really. He had some lovely snow globes in there last week. Did you see them? You and those snow globes. Why don't you just buy one? It has to be perfect. I don't want one that says Merry Christmas or Niagara Falls on it. So what's the perfect snow globe? I don't know. I'll know it when I see it. Good for you. Don't waste your money on one you don't want. How's everything in the park today? Yeah, going good. It's starting to get colder though. I just realized some of these trees are floating. Has it? I hadn't really noticed. For sure, change is in the air. For the weather, for you, for me too. Change? For you? What kind of change? Not all change is bad, you know. I've got to get on with my life at some point, make a few changes here and there. I don't want to be a small town park keeper forever, especially if I'm not welcome. Why wouldn't you be welcome? I like having you around. I wish you'd still visited. I know, kiddo. You've always been a good friend, but sometimes change is for the best, you know? Mom sent me on an errand. It's nice that you're helping her out. Yeah, I guess. She's too busy, so I'm going to pick up a package for her. I won't keep you up then. Mind you get there before it shuts. That post office is always busy. Yeah, I will. Okay. So I'm assuming I'm heading the right direction if we're... God. Listen, I just want to get the... How far is this post office? Hi, post office? Excuse me. Are you in the queue? Okay. Sorry, didn't mean, never mind. I can't do this. Is this where I go to pick up packages and it's like that? This is closed anyway. Okay, so I'm assuming I can't be here yet. Trevor? Hey? What's up with you today? Oh, nothing. Good, me neither. How are things, Trevor? Not exactly great, as you might be able to imagine. Oh, the test. I didn't mean for any of it to happen like that, honestly. It was my mistake. Every time I stick my neck out for someone, I'm the one that gets in trouble. I'm sorry. Once Mrs. Martin got involved, I didn't know what to do or what to say. Yeah, well, it's done now. Just gotta deal with it. I don't know what else to say. It doesn't matter anyway. None of it does. School, all of it, what a load of garbage. Any progress on your comic? Maybe. Is this the comic that's being drawn right now? What do you mean, maybe? The answer is either yes or no. Well, I mean, I can draw it, whatever I want. But I've always been good at drawing, but it's knowing what to draw that's difficult. I thought you already had a story in mind. Kinda. I know what I wanted it to be about, and I have a few scenes I know I had to put in, but the bits in between I have no idea. So you don't have the whole thing planned out yet? Most of it's in my head. It's personal stuff. I want the comic to be about things that matter to me. I could have a look at it for you if you wanted. Thanks. Maybe once I've done a few pages, I'll show them to you. I just have to make sure I'll get it right, so it reads like I see in my head. I'm kinda looking forward to it. Thanks. It's nice, you know, to have someone want to read it. Motivating. What are you doing around here anyway? Nothing really, I'm just hanging around seeing what's up. Does a lot of exciting stuff happen outside the post office? Hey, you never know. What about you? What brings you here? My mom asked me to pick up a package for her. See, this is what I'm talking about. My day wasn't ready for that kind of excitement. Don't joke, I hate doing stuff like this. Why? I don't know. Places like this, they just feel so cold and unfriendly somehow. Come on, think about it like an adventure. You'll be fine. I'll try. Such a loser, Trevor. What's wrong? I just couldn't do it. I tried. Do what? Honesty? The package my mom asked me to get for her. I couldn't get it. What happened in there? Nothing. I mean, I don't know. Nothing really happened. I just couldn't. Were the staff rude to you? I didn't even get to talk to them. It was too busy in there. So it was other customers then. What is it about post office that puts people in such a bad mood? No, not exactly. I just sort of froze. Oh, I see. Well, not really. But I sort of get it. Does this kind of thing happen often? Yes, I guess so. Not often, but yeah. Can you describe it? I don't even know why I'm telling you all this. It's so embarrassing. If it's getting in the way of your living your life, maybe you should talk to someone about it. You can't help to keep it all bottled up. I don't know where it comes from. Most of the time I'm fine, but then I get into a situation with a crowd of people I don't know, and I can't do anything. You should talk to your mom about this. She can't know about it, or she wouldn't have sent you to pick up the package. I tried telling her, she just thinks I'm shy, but I don't know, it's more than that. Well, you can't just stand here all day, that's my job. You're gonna have to do something. Mom's waiting for that package, but I don't think I can get it. Well, I suppose I could go in with you. You do that? I don't see how it helped, but I'll do it if you think it will. It would. It really would. That's not what I mean. Sure, I can go in with you and help you pick up the package right now, but it's not going to help you in the long run. You need to sit down with your mom and talk to her about it properly. Yeah, I know what you're saying. So, what are you gonna do? You're right, I'll try talking to the mom about it. That's cool. Just be straight with her about it. I'm sure she'll understand. It hasn't helped before, but I'll try again.
I couldn't face getting the package on my own. I just froze up. Trevor offered to help, but I decided I should really talk to Mum directly about it.
Okay, so we're heading back?
I've seen this guy around town a few times before. He doesn't stay in one place long, but he's still something of a permanent fixture.
Hey you, girl. What do you want? Come here a minute. Okay, but I'm actually kind of in the middle of something. Don't matter, look girl, I just need a little pick-me-up. I'm not getting anything for you. Well, aren't you generous? Anything will help, just some spare change even. I'm sorry, I just can't. Fine. It don't matter anyway, nothing matters to old Richie. Can we talk a minute? I've got nothing else more pressing to do. How'd you end up like this? Oh, straight to the difficult questions, isn't it? Look, why you want to know? A reason? Well, not that you care, but I didn't get on too well with my folks. Left home when I was 15. Didn't you have to go to school? Dropped out. Didn't I stupidest thing I ever did, huh? Couldn't get no jobs, didn't have anywhere to go, been moving around the streets ever since. That's sad. Yeah, it is and all. Thanks for reminding me. You got any more important questions, or are you gonna leave me alone now? Sorry, I shouldn't have asked, I was just curious. Okay. Oh, snow globe.
Mr. Collinsworth has run the charity shop in town for as long as I can remember. I can spend hours in there, chatting with him or searching for treasures. He knows just about everyone, and always seems to have something special just for them.
Hello, Mr. Collinsworth. Oh, hello there. How are you this fine day, my girl? Optimistic? Alright, I've got a lot to do, but I wanted to pop in anyway. How sweet of you. A little conversation does wonders to brighten up one's day. New items? Do you have anything new in? Why, yes, actually. I think I have some special items you might like. Really? What are they? Well, I saw you looking at the snow globes the other week. You seemed very taken by them. I love them, but they were all souvenirs from places I've never been to. You know, I wondered if that was the problem. As luck would have it, I've come by some more, brand new or near enough. Really? Can I see them? Of course you can. I didn't get them in just to sit around unseen and unloved. You're the best, Mr. Collinsworth. I do try, dear girl.
I don't know why the snow globes excited me so much, but they just seem special somehow.
How's the shop doing? Same as ever, my dear. It keeps me going. Good. I don't know what I'd do with myself if I didn't have this place to waste time in. Now, time spent for pleasure is never time wasted. You come in as often as you like. Actually, I was hoping to find something for Mum's birthday in a couple of months. I don't suppose you could get something special in for me? I am your humble servant. Just tell me what your gracious mother would appreciate. I will do my best to procure it. I'm not really sure. Do you have any suggestions? I have some very lovely vases in at the moment, or perhaps she'd prefer some new artwork. I recall she picked up one of my paintings before. Yes, she loves that painting. It's in our living room. Maybe something for her bedroom this time. I know just the thing. Come back next week. I promise she'll be pleasantly surprised. Thanks, Henry. You're a lifesaver. My pleasure.
Whenever I visited the old charity shop, it was like there was always something new and wonderful to see.
Oh, so this is a new conversation. Whoops. The one with the carousel horses? Yes, it's perfect. It reminds me of the circus. It is a beauty, isn't it? Did you want me to pack it up for you? Oh no, I wish I could. Well, I don't imagine it'll sit around for long. Not a special piece like that. Don't wait around. You know I can't hold items in reserve. I know. I just might look at it one last time, if that's okay, before I go. Feel free. Okay. Okay, so I think that's it. So... am I correct in thinking you know the charity shop on the main street? Yeah, I know it. I go in there a lot. What's this about? Can you tell me if you've been in there the past day or so? I went in to talk to Mr. Collinsworth. You were aware of any suspicious activity while you were visiting? Curious? What kind of suspicious activity? An expensive item has gone missing from Mr. Collinsworth's shop. It was stolen? That's what he believes, yes. What was it? An ornamental snow globe. From what Mr. Collinsworth says, one with a model carousel inside. Quite an expensive piece. I didn't see anything, sorry. Well, I'd appreciate it if you let me or another officer know if you see or hear anything. It's possible one of your friends at school might know something about it.
A policewoman stopped me because one of the snow globes had been stolen. I had no idea what to tell her. I'd never been in trouble with the police before.
Is Mr. Collingworth okay? Yes, he's fine. He's just very disappointed. He runs that shop for a long time without any incident like this. Yeah, I hope he's not too upset. Don't tell me you stole the snow globe. Well, I'm sure he'll be relieved if we can get the item back. He doesn't want to press charges. He just wants it returned. I hope it all works out. Yes, indeed. You will let somebody know if you hear anything at all, won't you? Yes, of course. Does Mr. Collingworth have any idea of what happened? We're just asking around at the moment. He mentioned you were a regular and that you've been in the store prior to the incident. He thinks I did it? Nobody's jumping to any conclusions at this stage. Okay, sorry, I just wondered. Let me know, okay, blah blah blah. Wait, did it say she took the snow globe? I clicked too fast. I clicked too fast. The policewoman came to talk to me earlier. Oh, about what? Apparently, Mr. Collingworth's had something go missing from the store. It's terrible. Yeah, it was really pretty. It was a really pretty snow globe. Ah, now I see why the police would want to speak to you about it. Come on, that's not funny. Alright, I'm sorry. But you have to admit, you have a bit of an obsession with those things. I don't even own any. Okay, let's not argue about this. Why did the policewoman want to talk to you about it? Is it one of your school friends in trouble? No, I don't think so. She was just asking if I knew anything. Well, I very much hope that they catch whoever did it. Henry is such a nice old fellow. It's such a shame someone would take advantage of him like that. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I guess that's it for that. Just trying to make my... Like I should just jumps off from the stairs. Hello, Mother! Did you get my package? I didn't get it. Did you forget? Oh, honey, I only asked you to do one thing. It wouldn't have taken more than 5 minutes. No, I didn't forget it. I just couldn't. What's the matter? I don't know. It just seems so difficult. There were all these people. I didn't know who I should speak to or what I should do. Sweetie, you've been to that post office with me countless times before. It's not hard. You don't understand. I just couldn't. Don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. I didn't think it would upset you like this. I'm sorry, I tried. I really did. You're not really explaining things to her.
I don't know why I had such trouble with picking up the package. It felt stupid to admit it to Mum, but the whole thing felt impossible at the time.
Okay, want to talk about the theft? Can I talk to you for a moment? Of course. It's kind of serious what happened. Policewoman spoke to me on my way home about a theft that happened at Mr. Collingworth's shop. Oh dear, is Henry alright? That poor man, he's so sweet. He doesn't deserve that. Yeah, he's fine, I think. Well, thank goodness for that. Why did the police want to talk to you about it? I don't know. Alice, the policewoman, just came up to me. You didn't have anything to do with it, did you, honey? Why would you even think that? I wish I hadn't told you. No, I just want the truth. Alright, look, I wanted to tell you, I just didn't know how. Oh, sweetie, why would you do something like that to lovely old Mr. Collingsworth? He had these snow globes, new ones. He showed them to me and I knew I could never afford them. There are always going to be things you can't afford in life. You can't just take the things you want without earning them. I thought you knew that. I don't even want it now. It's beautiful, but I can't even look at it. I'm so disappointed in you. I would never have believed you'd do something like this. I didn't plan to steal it. I didn't even think about it. No use explaining it to me. You're going to go and give it back to Mr. Collingsworth. You give it back and you apologize. I can't do that. He'll know it was me, and then he'll hate me forever. Honey, if that's the consequence of what you did, then you have to accept it. Now go and do the right thing.
I didn't really want to admit to Mum that I'd stolen the snow globe. I thought it would make me feel better, but instead I just felt worse.
How old is this character? Because the school made me think like high school, but then I was wondering if we have to actually like pick up the snow globe or something. So like the school setting, it made me think of high school, but clearly that's not the case. Because I want to say junior high now. Going back to the charity shop. Okay, Mr. Collingsworth, can I talk to you for a moment? I know you're very busy. I have to apologize to you for something. Go on. I took the snow globe. I'm very sorry for doing it. I know I should never have done it in the first place. I came to return it. Well now, I didn't want to think it of you, my girl, but I did wonder. I don't know why I did it. I thought nobody would care. I just wanted it so much, and I knew someone else would buy it. With that you had just talked to me about it, I could have done you a fine deal on it if only you asked. I'm sorry, Mr. Collingworth. I can't say enough. Very well. At the least, you have returned the item to where it rightfully belongs. That is something, I suppose. I don't know what else to say. You said all that needs to be said, my child. My child. Now come on, off with you. I have a lot to attend to.
Taking the snow globe back to Mr. Collinsworth was one of the hardest things I have ever done. It hurt to see the look on his face, but what hurt the most was that I knew things would never be the same.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot I need to... It's not WASD, I have to use the mouse button. Okay, nothing more with that. This doesn't change. Okay. Persistent? Just want to help, I suppose. And then you're gonna give old Richie a place to live? No, I can't do any of those things. Then why are you wasting my time? Yeah, I'm losing my voice. I'm like trying to get through all this dialogue. Can't you see I'm busy? You don't look busy, neither do you. This is pointless. You say that and you keep talking. Don't talk to me about charity. Next you'll be preaching at me to go to church. I just wonder, there's some trouble there. I'm not gonna say you did. Okay, this is like... I mean, I guess this would be for... Oh. Shares the wrong thing. Okay, that's just the same thing as before. Sorry, there's sometimes things that are like, it just seems like it's outside the realm of what we're doing. So that's done. So that's just gonna be the same as before. Okay, the journal page hasn't started yet, so... You're still here. Oh hey, listen, have you seen them? Seen who? Keith and his new girlfriend. No, I haven't seen anything. It's so cute, everyone's talking about it. How can you not know? Look, I don't really care. Fine, be that way. Collinsworth. Somebody stole from the shop. Yeah, now you mention it, someone did tell me something like that happened. Who told you? Just a friend. That's terrible. I feel like it's no point talking about this because she's already admitted to Mr. Collinsworth. Okay. Hey Keith, how's it going? It's alright, I guess. Come on, what can I do to cheer you up? It's the least I can do. What do you mean? Well, it's thanks for what you said to me yesterday. What did I say? You know, about Anne. Oh, it's okay, I guess. You sure there's nothing I can do? No, it's fine. How's your bike coming along? Not really much time for it lately. There's just been so much going on. It's a shame. It sounds like you really enjoy working on it. I know, Anne would understand if I want to spend some time by myself working on the bike, but we only just started going out, so I want to spend time with her. What if your brother kept working on it while you're busy? I suppose he could. I haven't spoken to him about it. I might do that. So, about you and Anne. Yeah, I really do have to thank you for all that. But why me? I guess you just gave me the push I needed. What? Why disgust? That wasn't what I was trying to do. What are you talking about? I wasn't trying to push you in any direction, Keith. But you talked to me about it. You helped me work out what I wanted. I didn't think that was what you wanted. I don't really understand why. Huh? Because both options, one was disgust, the other one was self-pity. They both seem like neither seemed great, so I don't understand. I don't really understand what's wrong. You were being a good friend. Yeah, being a good friend worked out just great. Are you upset about this? I mean, clearly you're upset. Yes, I am, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Why are you upset? I said I don't want to talk about it, didn't I? Alright then.
Keith wanted to thank me for helping him find a girlfriend, but it just made me feel even worse about it.
Why does it make you feel worse? I feel like I'm missing some context here. Your diary notes is like, oh, I gave him a push towards Anne. You're feeling great. Suddenly now you're feeling terrible. Why? I legitimately do not understand. Oh, hi. I heard about you and Keith. You did? It's so embarrassing, everyone talking about it. Feeling some regrets about it? No, I didn't say that. I don't regret it at all. I don't understand what is with. Can I exit out of this conversation? So is she jealous now suddenly? What? I don't understand the context of these choices. Self-important? You should thank me, you know? What for? I had to talk to Keith a lot about this stuff. We're pretty close like that. Are you saying you told him to go out with me? Not in as many words, but he listens to me. I'm not really sure what you mean by any of this, but okay. Don't mean anything, just forget about it. Enjoy it while it lasts, yeah? What? I don't understand. What is your problem? Because, frankly, like, the last conversation didn't sound like... it sounded like exactly like she was like, hey, maybe you want to talk to Anne about it. Maybe go on a date. They're interested. And now she's upset about it? What's going on? How are things with school? It's been a struggle, but Keith's been a big help. I did apologize for that prank. It's not just that, I don't know what it is about the school, but it's like, nobody wants you to be any good at anything. Understanding? Yeah, I know, I just learned to keep my head down. I hate it. I've always tried my best at everything, and it wasn't until I got here that I felt bad about that. Well, what can you do about it? Keith says I should just let it go, not worry what other people say. He thinks I don't really know how to relax. He's probably right. It's easier said than done. I just can't switch off my feelings. It's who I am. Look, are you friends? We are? Yeah, I'm kind of with her on that question. Sure we are. I don't think if you can force it, it doesn't quite count. I don't know, you've been acting pretty weird lately. Weird? How? I haven't been weird. Yes, you have. Well, there was all that stuff with Keith, and you and Catherine teasing me. Sorry, I guess I have been weird. Yeah, and I'm not sure we've ever really been friends. You don't have to be like that about it. Aren't you glad someone wants to be your friend? You're doing it again. Doing what? Pretending to be nice, but actually being mean. Oh, just forget it. Can I do for you today? Small talk? Did I just drop by to say hello? Is everything alright? Yeah, it's fine. You're not having any problems at school, are you? You can talk to me if you want. No, not really. I just dropped by to say hello, I guess. Well, thank you for that. I'm always here if you want to talk about anything. Okay, and then there's Catherine. Hey, there you are. Have you been looking for me or something? Only like forever. Well, what is it? Are you telling me you're completely deaf and blind? Where are you getting at, Catherine? Everything, the talk of the school. How's everything at school, you know, since all that stuff with the math test? Ugh, it's been an absolute nightmare, especially now my parents know about it. What did they say? Can't believe them. They totally flipped. They've always been happy with my grades before. I didn't think they cared how I got them. Now all of a sudden it's a big deal that I cheated on one measly test or something. Cautioning? I guess maybe they have a point. You can't always cheat your way through everything. Now you sound just like them too. Why is everyone on my back at the moment? About Keith and Anne. What about them? Apologetic? What are you trying to be apologetic about? It's not my fault. Then whose fault was it? I didn't ask anyone else to help me out. I don't know, maybe it wasn't anyone's fault. I don't get why you're taking it on me. Just get over it. Oh, that's rich. Just leave me alone about it, Catherine. I don't need you hassling me on top of everything else. Fine, but don't come to me for help next time you need it. I wouldn't anyway, you're useless. I'm going. Okay, have it your way. I seriously do not understand how things turned out. The gossip is weird I hear from someone else. Does any of that really matter now? My mind on other things. I guess not, but what do you think about Keith and... Dismissive? I don't care. I don't even want to hear about it. Why are you acting so weird about this? What is up with you lately? And you're really happy about it, I guess? Why wouldn't I be? You've got to learn to be happy about things for yourself, not just things that happen to other people. Nobody else is gonna look out for your happiness, you know. Don't really understand what you're talking about. I don't either. What is going on? This story just did a shift. I don't understand. It's fine. You spend your life being happy for other people's achievements. I'll be happy when something good happens to me instead. This isn't even about you. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't really want to think about what happened with Keith. With so much else going on, I just wanted to forget about it.
I mean, can we move on to the next thing? Can the pages show up? I'm done with all this. I don't know what this drama is. I swear to God. Oh, thank God. Yes. Off to the new thing. I don't care about whatever happened at that school. I don't understand why the character is acting this way. But here we go.
The Burning Heart. They called him the Amazing Randolph, but no one at the carnival knew his real name. His tricks earned him the title of wizard, though in truth he was an alchemist. He knew how to change one thing into another. A pocket watch into golden glitter, water into wine. On stage he would astound. In private he answered personal requests. Most people came to him seeking their fortune and left disappointed by the limits of his powers. A woman came to him, wanting to make her love for another disappear. He told her he could only transform it. She accepted. The pain of longing had been unbearable. The alchemist had taken it from her and given her fire instead. Soon everything she touched lit with a blaze. As she watched those around her scream in torment, she just smiled. It didn't hurt her anymore. She found a new role at the carnival as the girl who danced with fire. People knew to keep their distance now, lest they feel the pain of her embrace.
Okay, we're back with the girl. What's going to be the issue today? Morning. Oh, you're up. Good. I need you to come with me to the church today. Have you spoken to Dad? Yeah, I spoke to him yesterday. He seems to be doing okay. Do you think maybe you guys would Please don't start this again. I just can't take it right now. Okay, so I'm guessing her parents are going through divorce. Or something. Church. Why are you going to church? Look, I know this isn't the best time for it. The best time for what? What's going on? Don't panic. It's not what you think it is. Not what? You're scaring me. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Great. It's not that. It's about Grandma. Today's the anniversary of, well, no. I just can't believe the timing. Oh, I totally forgotten. I didn't even think. You know, I know you don't like going to visit her, but it's important to me. Do I have to? I know it's hard right now, but it would really mean a lot to me if you could come along too. Say a few words. Okay, I'll do it, if it means so much to you. You should drop by and see your father on the way. He might want to come too.
Mum wanted me to visit Grandma's grave and say a few words about how I felt.
What about school? I've spoken to your teachers. We thought it would be good for you to go back, but... Okay. So clearly something happened? I was wondering, because it's like a weird thing where school is in session, but then she's sort of... We're just kind of going off and doing things. Listen, just forget about it for now. I've already dealt with it. You can go back once you're ready, when they've calmed. So you really want me to say something at Grandma's grave? You don't have to, but it would mean a lot to me if you did. I think I need more time. I can't put it into words right now. If you're struggling, if you want to talk to me, you can always go to your father, or you can talk to the priest here. He's a good listener. It might help you to talk to someone. Okay. So I'm gonna assume the church is all the way on this side. John? Mom says I don't have to go to school for a while. Alright, for some time, isn't it? I wouldn't mind a bit of time off. Don't you ever go on holiday? Yeah, I have gone away a couple of times. I try not to, though. Somebody has to keep this place looking nice. Well, I'm glad I don't have to go to school. I'll bet. School can be rough, huh? But you know it's important. Doesn't really seem important most of the time. Trust me, I'm not so old I can't remember what it was like. But when you're older, you'll be thankful for what you learned at school. If you say so. I guess I'd better go. Okay, have a good day. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna have to go. The church is probably all the way on the other side. What are you doing here? Mom wants me to speak at my grandma's grave today. What are you going to say? I don't really know. It's hard. I wouldn't sweat it too much. Hardly matters really. What? Doesn't really mean anything. It's just sentiment. That's such a mean thing to say. Your grandma doesn't care what you say. She won't even know what you said. Why bother? I don't know, but for some reason it's important to Mom that I do it. Exactly. Pure sentiment. No reason or rhyme to it. It's not very helpful, you know? I'm just saying, no matter how much you've got yourself worked up about having to do it, it probably won't be anywhere near as bad when you come to do it. Thanks, I guess. How are you doing? Could be worse, I guess. What does that mean exactly? I don't know. What did you mean by your question? I just want to know if you were okay. But do you really care what the answer is? Does it actually matter to you? Well, I asked, didn't I? Sure, but that's what people do, isn't it? Constantly ask each other how we're all doing, but we don't really care about the response. If you don't think I care about the answer, why do you think I bothered asking? I think you're just making small talk until you can bring up your own problems. Everyone's like that. It's so unfair. We're all too wrapped up in our own problems to remember that everyone else around us has lives too. I'm sorry I asked. Yeah, I'm sorry too, actually. I know that was harsh. What's up with you? Nothing. I just Don't you think it's strange how we interact, not just you and I, all of us? I suppose. I know I keep asking, but how's the comic coming along? I'm feeling a lot better about it right now. Finally, I'm glad to hear you're getting somewhere. It's just never felt good enough. Everything I wrote seemed so obvious and predictable. I couldn't get past that. But you're feeling better about it now, right? So how did you get over it? I just stopped caring. Are you serious? Yeah, it's the best thing I've ever done. I've wasted too much of my life worrying what other people think. I guess that's good, but you make it sound so, I don't know, negative. It's for the best. I don't care if people hate this comic. I don't even care if I hate it. I just want to finish it. If you don't care if anyone likes it, who are you making it for? Nobody, really. I just have to make it. Even if it means nothing to anyone, I need to get all this stuff out of my head and onto paper. Constructive? Sounds like it's something you need to do for yourself, even if you don't like what you make. I guess so. Even though I'm not happy with it, I still feel like I need it to get it out there. You can do it. Just keep trying. Okay, I'm gonna go. See you later. Assuming this is just the same, okay? Hello? Yeah, what's going on? Today's just been horrible. Welcome to my world. How do you cope? Huh, I don't. You don't cope? Just look at me. Total mess, mate. You don't seem that bad. You're trying to be nice, but quit it. Don't be like me. What do you mean? You still got your family and friends. People who care. Remember that. Don't end up on your own like me. Thanks, but I think maybe you could have those things too. Okay, I got something called community outreach, which, I mean, I don't know, I guess just talking to them works. Hi, Henry. How's the shop doing? Sorry for shoplifting. Well, thank you for returning the snow globe. We've not had any more incidents. Oh my god. I'm really sorry about that. It's like I'm just gonna just dig this in with a spoon here. I know, dear. I accept your apology. It's just shaking me up a little, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. Neither do I.
I wanted things to go back to the way they were with Henry. It was a stupid mistake. I lost his trust and his friendship.
And it's never coming back. I'm just gonna browse for a bit. Yes, that's fine. Just please don't touch anything. Yeah. Okay, well, browsing done. Time to go. Guess we're never coming back. Where is this church, though? Okay, nothing there. Hey, what do you want? What do you want now? Just wondered how you were. Fine, I suppose. You don't sound fine. Do you really care how I feel about anything? Didn't I just ask you? I'm just fed up, alright? I want to be there for you. You're my best friend, but I can't take anymore. You're fed up with me? I know how bad things have been for you recently, but you've been a terrible friend. It's like I don't even know you anymore. That's not fair. You've just been so selfish. I know you've got things to deal with, but everyone else does too. I'm sorry, I know I've been pretty wrapped up in my own head lately. It's just been too much for me. You've apologized before, but things don't change. What's the point in saying sorry if you're going to carry on doing it? What do you want me to say? There's nothing you can say, not at this point. What do you mean, Elena? Look, nothing. Look, I just need time to think about things. If you don't want to talk about it, I don't know what you expect me to do. I don't expect anything from you anymore. That's the problem. You used to be someone I could rely on. I used to think the same about you. No, to you I was just someone you could pick up and use whenever you felt like it. Come on, Elena, that's hardly the way things were. Maybe it doesn't seem that way to you, but it does to me. So now what? I don't know.
I hadn't realised how bad things had gotten between me and Eleanor. I never expected her to stand up to me like that.
Probably doesn't help that I keep saying her name wrong. I never expected her to stand up to me like that. That is also a rather telling dialogue. Settled accounts, if you say it's settled. My parents talked to Mrs. Martin, so she finally believes me that I didn't break the window. That's good. Glad that's not a problem anymore. It never should have been a problem in the first place. I didn't do anything. I know. We've been through this. I've apologized. It's not enough. You can't just expect to do this stuff, say sorry, and have everything go back to normal. Surprise? Never thought you'd stay mad at me this long over something so stupid. Maybe it's stupid to you, but it's a big deal to me. Friends don't do that to one another. You're supposed to be able to trust them. This isn't you. This doesn't even sound like you. Who have you been talking to about all this? You're so selfish, you're not even listening. I am listening. I asked you a question. You only want to know because you think people are talking about you behind your back. I feel like neither choice is... I don't know how, like, exhausted or hurt it's gonna go. You know, you've been a real bitch lately. She said you'd react like this if I told you how I really felt. Who did? Heather. Who's Heather? You'd know if you bothered to pay attention to me this past week. She's my friend. You've never mentioned her. Yes, I have. You just haven't been listening. I've had a lot of things to worry about this week, Elna. I know, it's okay. I've got Heather to hang out with. Bye, Elna. Bye. Okay. So I think their friendship is done. Done. Okay, anything more I can ruin? Oh, the church is that way. Well, I guess since we're on the way here... Hi, Catherine. Hey. How are things? The only thing going on right now is this disaster with Anne and Keith. Oh yeah, I heard things were going pretty well for them. It shouldn't be going well at all. It wasn't meant to happen like this. He's way too good for her. There's no point in being jealous about it now, Catherine. It's already happened. It can just as easily be undone. The fact that it happened at all is totally your fault anyway. Yeah, well, I wish I hadn't been involved at all. So typical of you to act so selfish about this, when I'm the one suffering because of your actions. I knew Catherine would be furious with how things worked out with Keith. She was so used to everything working out how she wanted. How's school? I have no idea what's going on. What? Why? Mrs. Martin called my parents in to see her yesterday, but they won't tell me why. Maybe it's about that test. They already knew we had to retake it, so why would it be a big deal all of a sudden? Your parents haven't been called in? Conciliatory? I hope it's nothing really bad. You don't get it. I can't afford to be in trouble at school. Why? Getting caught has never bothered you before. So long as my parents think I do well at school, they let me do whatever I want. But now they're on my case. Not just about this, about everything. So what, they'll forget about it in a week? No, they won't. They're super strict. They cut off my pocket money. They won't let me go out. Surprise? I had no idea your parents were like that. They're making my life a living hell now. Come on, it's not that bad. I mean, clearly you were spoiled in the beginning to begin with, but okay. Easy for you to say. I know you're going through stuff right now, or whatever, but this is my life, and it sucks. Well, I guess now I'm going to talk to you about my grandmother and my woes. I'm not going to be around much today. Mom wants me to go and speak at my grandma's grave. Ugh, that's so morbid. Yeah, I don't really want to do it. Why are you even telling me about this? Nobody wants to talk about stuff like that. Well, I mean, we're friends, right? Yeah, exactly. You don't dump gross stuff like that on your friends. Can I be annoyed? Wow, would it kill you to have some sympathy for someone else for a change? I mean, I'm guessing this is the pot calling out the kettle. What's the term? I can't remember. I just... Whatever, I'm way sympathetic, just don't tell me stuff like that. Speak to you later. Okay. Oh, what the hell? I went too far. Hi, person that we're upset with. How's it going? How are things with you, Keith? It's been a bit crazy ride since I hooked up with Anne. How so? She's been really nice. She's my first girlfriend, so I didn't really know what to expect at first. Okay, man, these guys, I have to assume this is like junior high or something like that. Or middle school. Whatever, depending where you're from, whatever you call it. Really? Wow, that surprises me. Maybe they are in high school. I don't know. Then again, Anne hasn't had a boyfriend before either. We're kind of figuring the whole thing out together. Supportive. Now we're being supportive? Okay. I hope it all works out. Anne's a nice girl. I don't understand why you were upset the last chapter or whatever. Yeah, I mean, she can be pretty shy, but it's getting better. I'm glad she's found someone who will help her come out of her shell a little bit. I'll drop the grandma thing later. More time for your bike project? The whole thing is kind of awkward right now. Awkward? How come? I had this big fight with my brother about it last night. I haven't been working on the bike lately, what with everything else. He can't expect you to spend all of your time with him. That's unfair on you. It's always been me and him. Since Dad died, we've been inseparable, always together. He's worried about losing me. Yeah. Do you have any advice for me? You really helped me the other day. Helpful? This is something you and your brother need to work out between the two of you. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine in the end. I'm just rattled about it all right now. It's the anniversary of my grandmother's death today. Oh wow, how are you holding up? Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I wasn't really that close to her. So it doesn't bother you at all? I don't know. I suppose it should, but doesn't. Not really. I know, that sounds terrible. Nah, I'm not gonna judge you. You didn't know her. I'm off. No worries. Okay. Small talk? Hello, Mrs. Martin. Sorry I've not been to school lately. It's fine. I've spoken to your mother about it. We both think it's best that you take all the time you need. Thanks. I'll do my best to catch up when I come back. Don't worry yourself about it. You've always done well. I'm surprised you're here today, actually. I wanted to see my friends. That's fine. I understand. It must get a bit lonely being cooped up at home. Yeah, kinda. Well, before it wasn't, but... Look, there's no need to worry too much about it right now. I'm sure everything will work out for the best. Thanks. Can I tell you something? Of course you can. What's on your mind? Today is the anniversary of my grandmother's death. Oh dear, it's not been a very good time for you lately, has it? Doesn't feel like it. Are you okay? I don't know really. I mean, it wasn't like my grandma and I were really that close. It's just... Let me guess, it's one more thing on the pile. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's so much to deal with all at once. Just try and remember you don't have to shoulder it all yourself. There are plenty of people around you who want to help. Thanks. Okay. Anne, you're in classroom 2 as usual. Hello, Anne. Hi. How have you been lately? Well, it's hard to put it all into words, but things have been kind of great. Really? That's good. He's just, I don't know, I've never had anyone make me this happy before. Considerate. Well, I'm glad you're happy with him. Everything at school was really starting to get me down before. I don't think Catherine knows how miserable she was making me. Was it really that bad? Yeah, it really was, but it doesn't matter anymore. I don't care what she says. She can't hurt me right now. I'm glad things are working out for someone around here. Sorry. Here I am rambling about how great things are when I know you're having a tough time. Don't worry about me. I'll get through it. Be happy for yourself. Don't let me bring you down. Yeah, I guess.
Anne
Thanks.
was happier than I'd ever seen her. She had no idea how bad that made me feel, but I knew it wasn't her fault.
Just don't take it out on her. So, I have to visit my grandmother's grave today to say a few words. Oh, I guess that must be weird. I wouldn't know. I never met my grandparents. They all died before you were born? On my mother's side, yeah, but my dad's relatives all live in Australia. I guess that's kind of weird too. Yeah, so I don't really know what the whole grandparent thing is like. To be honest, I'm not sure I do either. My grandma was a little strange. I guess I'll see you later. Okay. Is there anything ever in class 1? Oh, wrong way. Okay, so now this side is open. It was blocked before. I'm sorry. What? Okay, that's just a shortcut to get to the other side. Good to know. What the hell kind of church is this? Hello, my child. Don't normally come in here? Oh, well, you must know you're always welcome. Yeah, my grandmother used to tell me if anything bad ever happened, I should come here. That it's a safe place. Is that why you're here now? Has something bad happened? I don't know, maybe. That's not why I'm here right now, though. Do you want to talk about it? I'm always happy to lend an ear. Not really, but thanks. I understand. Perhaps instead you could tell me why you don't normally visit the church. Scared? This place is sort of scary. I can see it. Yes, I suppose you might see it that way. This place is very old now. Like me, I suppose. Not exactly appealing to younger eyes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it to be rude. No, I understand. This place is a relic from a time long before yours or mine. But that's something to be remembered and celebrated. Why? So many things in our lives are transitory. Sometimes we need things that last, like this place, something to ground us. I don't really understand. And that's okay. You're young and have so much to learn. Better to acknowledge your limits than pretend you know more than you do. I hate when people call me young. They treat me like I'm not mature enough to understand anything, so they lie to me. just don't tell me anything at all. I know it's hard to believe, but even the oldest of us were young once upon a time. It feels like people forget about being young as soon as they grew up. They're so inconsiderate. On the contrary, I think much of it comes from remembering the joy of childhood. They want to protect you from the real world, the one they have to live in, so you can hold on to your childhood for as long as possible. It doesn't feel like there's much joy in childhood to me. I'm sorry to hear you say that, but I know better than to pry when you say you don't want to talk about it. So instead, let me ask you a question. Are you a believer? Don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't really given it a lot of thought recently. I used to believe. Yeah, so there's still some faith in your heart. You faced hardships that have tested it, that's all. I mean, if God cares about us, why would he let all these bad things happen to us? Some of my brothers believe God tests us, but I like it to think our day-to-day struggles are not something he controls. They're merely a small part of the gift he gave us. What gift? Life, of course. He gave us life and a world in which to live it. It may not always be easy, but I am thankful for the chance to be here and to meet people like you. But couldn't he do something about all the horrible things that happen? Perhaps he could, but is that his place? If he did intervene, would we truly have free will? He would be living our lives for us. Today's the anniversary of the day my grandmother died. I see, I'm sorry for your loss. Was it very recent? No, it was a few years ago now. My mother just wants me to say something. Contemplation is important, even if it's something you'd rather not think about, perhaps even more so. I suppose so. I don't want to forget her. Exactly. It's important to reflect on those we hold dear, even when they have passed on. I feel like... What is it? I feel like I'm a fraud. Why do you say that? When I was really young, my grandma seemed so nice and generous. I used to love visiting her. But things changed as you grew older. Yeah, it was like she was just angry all the time. My parents had to force me to go see her. So it's guilt that you feel, is it? You feel bad because you didn't like her and now she's gone. Hated her, complicated. It's more complicated than that. I don't feel bad because she's gone or because I miss her. I feel bad because I don't. Oh, child, I'm sure that she was dear to you once upon a time, even if things changed as the years progressed. It's just like everyone expects me to be upset, and I'm not. I'm not sure I ever will be. Does that make me a bad person? The mere fact that you're here asking me that question tells me you're not a bad person. And what should I do? You must be honest with yourself, even if it's not as easy as it sounds. But I am being honest with myself, that's why I feel upset. You are honest about your feelings, but perhaps not about why you feel that way. You need to search inside yourself for the reason, the truth about why you stopped loving her. I guess I hadn't really thought about why, I just did. Most people don't examine the reasons for their feelings. The feelings themselves are often so strong they blind us to their root cause. If I can figure out why I feel like this, what then? Then you must ask yourself, can you forgive her? We are none of us without flaw, and we all need forgiveness at some point in our lives.
Talking to the priest confused me even more than I was already, but it made me realise how guilty I felt that my grandmother's death didn't bother me as much as people expected.
So what is bothering you? I have to go now. Goodbye, dear. You're welcome here anytime. Because clearly there is some sort of issue that's keeping her from school and stuff like that. And, not great relationships, but I really don't know. Hi, Mom. Hi, there you are. So you really want me to say something at Grandma's grave? You don't have to, but it would mean a lot to me if you did. I think I need more time. I can't put it into words right now. If you're struggling, if you don't want to talk to me, you can always go to your father, or you can talk to the priest here. He's a good listener. Might help you to talk to someone. Oh, right. Where's the father? Is this it? Okay, so the father does not live in the great place. Hi, Dad. Hi, hon. What brings you all the way over here? See, the music just got creepy. Did you realize today's the anniversary of Grandma's death? It is? Sorry, hon. I've had so many other things to worry about lately. Mom wanted me to say something at her grave. Of course she does. Your mother was always sentimental like that. I mean, I think I understand. I don't want to forget Gran. I suppose so. She was your grandmother. It's good that you care about her. It's just I don't know what I should say. Can you give me any ideas? I'm not really the right person to ask. Things were difficult between her and I. I remember you used to fight a lot. Mom would get upset about it. I was never good enough for her daughter. It's as simple as that. Did Grandma say that to you? She didn't have to. It was obvious in the way she talked to me. Even the way she looked at me. I remember when she seemed so nice. When you were little, yes, she softened up for a while, but it didn't take long for her to go back to her old ways. She was always that way? I mean, before I was born, I thought she just got like that towards the end. She was like that as far back as I remember. Your mother told me she never quite got over losing William. It twisted her. If she was so horrible, why did she have to keep seeing her? Why did we have to keep seeing her? She was family. Look, forget what I said. I should never have gotten into it today, of all days. She was still your grandmother, and however it may have seemed, she loved you. I don't know why, but I do miss her sometimes. Maybe because I still remember when I looked forward to seeing her when she was nicer. That's how it should be. When we lose people, it's better to remember the good times. Nobody's perfect, but you shouldn't focus on the bad memories.
I talked to Dad about Gran. It reminded me that there was a time I cared about her a lot. We used to have fun back then.
Okay. Have you talked to Mom much lately? Yeah, of course. We had to talk a lot, what with everything. I have to assume it's a divorce situation here. Look, I know it's hard not having us being a proper family in the middle of all this. I thought when you left it would only be for a little while. You said you needed time apart. Yeah, I meant what I said, but, well, it's been a while now. I just don't know if we can go back to being the way we were before. But I need you. It's horrible at home without you. Don't be like that. Your mother loves you. She's doing her best to support you. Then why did you leave? After what happened with John, I just... Okay... I just couldn't forgive her. I wanted to, but seeing her every day made that more difficult. You thought it would be easier to forgive her if you didn't see her every day? I thought if you loved someone, you could forgive them for anything. I thought so too, but love is a complicated thing. I couldn't do both, so in the end I had to pick one or the other. I had to forgive your mother, but I can't love her anymore. How can you say that about Mom? That's horrible. We have to be honest about these things, honey. We'd all have been a lot happier if we'd been honest with ourselves sooner. I don't want to lose you, Dad. Don't be silly, you're not going to lose me. I may not be living with you anymore, but I'm still here. You can still see me whenever you want. But what if you get a new family? Then you won't need us anymore. I wouldn't do that to you. Parents who break up, they move on, hun. In fact, I've been seeing someone recently, but it doesn't change how I feel about you. What? You've got a new girlfriend? I wouldn't call her my girlfriend yet. It's still early days, but her name is Rachel. We've been spending some time together recently.
I'd always hoped Dad and Mum would fix things and get back together. I was shocked to realise neither of them were even trying.
Okay. What happened with John? Please don't ask me about that. I shouldn't even have mentioned it. It's not any of my business anymore. Is it? Does it have something to do with him not visiting anymore? He doesn't? Well, I wouldn't know anything about it. What your mother does is up to her. But what happened? Ask your mother, not me. I think you'd be better off to let the subject drop, though.
Dad let slip that John was involved in his breakup with Mum, but he didn't seem to want to tell me why.
Who's Rachel? We know each other through work. We've just been out for drinks a couple of times. Why haven't you said anything about it until now? I wanted to be sure, you know? I didn't want to say anything if it wasn't going anywhere. Is it then? Going somewhere? I think it could. Would you be upset about that? No? It's okay, it's just I didn't think you'd move on so soon. I'm sorry, maybe I should have said something earlier, or waited until later to tell you about it. I don't know what to think. I hope you'll understand eventually. You'd like her. If you gave her a chance, I'd love for you to know one another, but, well, I know you got enough to deal with right now. I need to think about it. I understand that you should talk to your mother too. Neither of us can expect her to stay on her own forever either.
I'd never even met this Rachel, and Dad was already dating her. I'm not sure I'm ready for him to be seeing someone new.
How are you liking the flat? It's not much to look at, I know. It's only temporary. Will you come back home eventually? This is an awkward question. No, I mean I'll find a new place soon. A house. With a room for you, too, of course. Won't that be nice? Most kids don't get 2 houses. Yeah, that would be nice. Can I choose the color of my room? That's the spirit. Of course you can. I'm gonna head off. Okay, I'll see you later. Oh, we're gonna head down, I guess? Oh. I like how there's like a paper clip there to stop it from going. Have you heard about this woman Dad's seeing, Rachel? He told you about her, did he? He said they've gone out a few times now. Can't say I'm surprised. She always did pay your father a lot of attention. Are you jealous? Jealous? No, not really. A little hurt, I suppose. Don't you want him back so we can be a family? It's not as simple as that. I know it's hard for you to accept, but maybe we just weren't meant to be together. We haven't even tried to fix things. We have. I keep telling you I've tried. I know we've not told you everything, but that's because these things are so complicated. Well, whose fault is it then? I blamed myself for a while when John and something happened and it upset your father. That's when all this started. What does John have to do with all this? Forget I mentioned him. Was it because of John? I know now. I hadn't been happy with your father in a long time. I don't think he had been either. Is this why neither of you want to get back together? You can't fix everything. Sometimes you got to accept when something is over. You can't have it back. So you're okay with him dating Rachel? It hurts to see him move on so soon, especially after everything we've been through together. But we both have to move on eventually, and honey, you have to be okay with that.
I was surprised Mum was on Dad's side with this. Neither of them cared about repairing their relationship.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just have words now. Hi, Grandma. Mom wants me to talk to you, but I don't know what to say. I guess I'm not ready to talk about things yet. I'll come back though, I promise. What? We're not done? Do we have to go speak to John? John, I need to interrogate you. So I believe this would be the shortest route. Okay, nothing to talk to Trevor. Just making sure. You? Okay. John! We have words to speak. I was talking to my dad earlier. Oh, how's he doing? It's been a long time since I saw him. And you're probably not gonna ever see him again. He's got a new girlfriend. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm guessing you're not feeling too good about it though. Am I on the right track? Is it wrong to feel bad about it? No, not at all. He's gotta know that bringing someone new into your life isn't something that's easy to accept. I'd wager the reason he told you is that he's looking for your permission. Why would he need my permission? My parents never even asked my opinion on anything. After all, they didn't ask my permission to break up. I'm sure it looks that way, but they care about what you think. Nobody thinks this is easy for you right now. I don't want to talk about that. Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned it. Just this thing with your dad, you should try and see it from his point of view. I tried to, but I just can't. Forget about how it might affect you. For a moment, your dad's not that old. He's got his whole life ahead of him to figure out. He just wants you to let him try. He'll do what he wants to do anyway, no matter what I say. I think you'd be surprised. If you push him about it, he'd probably stop seeing her. But surely that's not what you really want.
John told me my dad was looking for my permission to date Rachel. I found it hard to believe Dad cared that much what I thought.
What happened between you and my mother? Whoa, that's a big point to question. Mom and Dad won't tell me why they broke up, but I know it had something to do with you. Look, I don't think we should really be talking about this. It's not my place to interfere, especially not if your parents have made the decision not to share it with you. Blunt. It's too late for that now. You already did interfere, and now we're not family anymore because of you. I made a mistake, and I wish I could take it back. I'm sorry I hurt you and your parents. I never meant for anything like that to happen. It's not been easy for me either. Why? What happened to you? This is a small town. I didn't just lose the two people who were my closest friends. I lost everyone. This is why I'm actually planning on leaving in the new year. Vindictive. Sad. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. It's fine. I made my own mess, done enough damage. The least I can do is accept the consequences with good grace. I just wanted things to be the way they were before. We can't always have what we want, and too often things don't stay the way we want them. Listen, perhaps you should speak to your dad about all this. I already did. I'm sure, but this time really listen to what he's saying. Try to think about what he's dealing with before you say anything rash.
I may never find out exactly what happened with Mum and John, but it seems like it hurt everyone pretty badly.
I guess I better go. Okay, can I talk to Grandma now? I'm gonna assume that's like the very last thing we need to do before we before the pages come into play. Pass by it. No, sorry. Okay. Maybe the priest again? Okay, not the priest. Maybe the fatherer? If not, then I have to hope that Okay, not ready to talk. So is the father. And the fact that the paper clip's there makes me think there's more to... There's more... Another chapter after this. It seems almost final, but... I talked to Mom and John. I thought you said John didn't visit anymore. He doesn't. I went to see him. So what did they have to say? They told me that you're looking for my approval with the Rachel thing. That you want me to move on with your life. That you want to move on with your life. Look, honey, it's not like I'm leaving any of you behind. What about Mom? You've already left her. She's always going to be a part of my life, just not in the same way she was before. What about me? That's different. I will love you forever, and no matter what happens with Rachel, it won't change anything between us. You're my daughter, and you always will be. Then why did you need Rachel as well? Being alone is not good for me, honey. You'll understand one day. I mean, look at this place. I'm barely holding things together. You think Rachel will help you with that? She's been there for me. She's the only thing keeping me together at the moment. Understanding? It's hard, but I get it. I'm glad you found someone who makes you happy. Thank you for understanding. Things are really difficult for us right now. It's been a great help to have Rachel around to help me through this.
I told Dad I understood that he had to get on with his life. It hurt, but I want him to be happy.
So is that it? Is that the final thing? Oh, come on. What else is there to talk about? Oh, she wasn't always nice to me. I know she became difficult and she did care about you. Is this... I just want you to be honest with yourself and your feelings. Look, I'm not asking you to say anything that's not true or pretend that things were better. I just want you to be honest with yourself and your feelings. Okay, I think I can do that. Don't worry, I'm not gonna listen. Whatever you have to say is just between you and her.
I don't know why it took me so long to decide what I wanted to say.
Okay, now we can talk. Hi, Grandma. Didn't want to come and talk to you, but it's important to Mom that I do, I guess. I guess I'm old enough to be honest with you now. I found it really hard to think of what I wanted to say here. Not all of my memories of you are fond or happy. You used to be so nice. I wish I understood better what happened to change that. I guess I was too young to understand that you had your own life and your own problems. I had no idea what you were going through. I remember the first time I properly got in trouble at school. Mom and Dad were both busy at work, so they called you. I could never forget it. The way you marched in and took my side, told them that you didn't care what they said I'd done, that I was a good girl. No one had ever stood up for me before. I felt bad because really, the fight had been my fault, but you didn't seem to mind. Harsh truths? So many great memories, but they're not the ones that come to mind when I think of you. I don't want to remember you as a cruel person, but that's what comes to mind when I think of you. The grandma who cared for me feels like a half-remembered dream compared to the one I remember clearly, the one I was scared of. Ever since you died, it's like everyone keeps telling me how sorry they are, how hard it must be for me. Despite everything, I still cared for you. What makes this hard, though, is that I don't feel bad you're gone. I feel bad because your death hasn't been hard for me. Everyone acts like it should be, and it's not. It's like there's something wrong with me, because losing my grandmother doesn't hurt. It makes me worry about what kind of person I am. Am I always going to be like this? I know it's selfish, it's unfair. I wanted to be honest with you now, even if I wasn't before. I hope wherever you are, you're happier now, and I hope you can forgive me.
When I spoke at her grave, I tried to tell Gran what I really felt. But I'm not sure if there was any point in doing it. Maybe in the end, it was for my sake and not for hers.
Okay. Is it me? Is it that rock up there is kind of flashing? This rock, see? It's kind of like flashing. Are we down here now, Mother? Okay, I did it. I said something. Good girl. is really important to me. I know you didn't always see eye to eye with Grandma, but she was my mother. Did you miss her? Of course I do, more than I could ever put into words. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, honey. It's not your fault. Life can seem cruel sometimes, I know. I'm gonna go. Alright. Off we go. Okay, yeah, so we're done. The pages have arrived. Alright. Go, 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 go! Going back to the journal. The pages aren't here. Guess they can't show up at the park.
The Man and the Mirror. Marvin was lonely. His friends had harassed him until he'd agreed to come to the carnival, but he'd rather have been at home. Everywhere he went, it was like he could almost see her, but it was never her. She hadn't been there in a long time. He escaped the group as they headed for the roller coaster. His eyes had been caught by something much more mysterious, the Hall of Truth. The old man outside promised that whomever entered would have their truest desires made real before their eyes. Marvin stood in the hall of toy mirrors distorting his shape in unnatural ways and decided this had been a mistake. He tried to leave but found he was lost in an endless maze of mirrors. He was fed up and wanted to go home. Then something in the reflection caught his eye. He was not alone. Every mirror showed a moment of revelry between him and his friends. So many good times. He wandered the labyrinth of magic mirrors, desperately seeking the right one, where she was still with him. He awoke to sunlight as the carnival was disassembled around him. His night of searching had led to nothing but exhaustion. The old man who ran the store laughed at Marvin. It's hard, isn't it, to face what we truly need when our minds are clouded with things we want? Marvin went home, unsure if it had all been a dream, and even more unsure of what kind of person he had become.
Okay. So, I'm just here to see how much... Okay, this is the last day. Yeah. Last entry in the book. Okay. Honey, I'm sorry, but you really need to go to the hospital today. Why? What's wrong? It might be your last chance, sweetie. What do you mean? I know you don't like talking about it, believe me, I don't either, but it's serious now. If you don't go today, what are you talking about? I can't do this anymore. I'm trying to hold everything together here. I want to be strong for you, but I'm falling apart. You've been making it so difficult. That's not fair. I haven't done anything wrong. Nothing wrong? Breaking windows, cheating on tests, stealing? I've been really trying. I thought you understood what this has been like for me. I want to be here for you. I understand why you're lashing out, but it's so selfish. Don't you know this is hard for me too? Apologetic? I'm sorry, I've been trying to stay out of trouble, but I don't know why. Look, I didn't mean to snap at you. Everyone knows how difficult this is for you, for all of us. What do you want me to do? Please just go to the hospital today. I know you don't want to, but do this for me. I don't want you to regret that you never did.
Mum told me I had to go to the hospital. I've been putting it off for a while, but I just didn't want to face it.
Oh, hi, TechZ. Loved your solo leveling read? Thank you. Despite my hatred for the fact that the second translator kept centering the curse words, I never understood that. It was interesting reading a fan translation compared to a published book, which goes through multiple levels of editing. I guess that depends just on the the translator itself. Okay, where were we? So I guess since this is like the last chapter, so to speak, we're gonna find out what's going on. Like, oh, it's even raining too. It is raining. So I feel like the... Oh, John's gone. Okay, I mean, that lets me know passage of time and everything. Oh, the charity place is closed up too. I just realized I can jump. What? Okay, yeah, here we go. This is how it's going to change, huh? Catherine. Oh, you're finally you're here finally. What are you doing here? My mom said I should probably come down here and say something. Say what? I don't know, I mean like, I'm sorry for your loss or whatever, but I don't know what I can do about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. And listen, I guess I'm kind of sorry about the way I've been lately, for ages really. I haven't noticed that you've been any different. I haven't? I haven't, but I'm trying to change or something. Is everything okay, Catherine? Yeah, it's fine, my parents. Well, it's just I always thought how I acted was up to me. What are you trying to say? What happened? Just shut up and listen. I've already had to have this talk with like 5 other people. Go on then. I know I've caused trouble for everyone at school in some way or another. I didn't really care at the time. But I won't do that anymore. Or I mean, I'll try not to. No promises. Okay? That's it anyway. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah, I should probably go anyway. I'm sure you'll be fine. So that's like good, right? Yeah, thanks.
It was no surprise to me that Catherine was utterly clueless. I couldn't blame her. If things had been the other way round, what would I say?
Mrs. Martin? Don't want you to worry about school for the time being. We all understand this is difficult. This is a difficult time for you. Thanks, I'm sorry. I've not been behaving well lately. I don't mean to be that way. It's fine. No one is judging you. Someone your age shouldn't have to face something like this. I wish I wasn't. I know, I'm truly sorry. Believe it or not, I do actually know what you're going through. Really? But why? I probably shouldn't tell you this, but a few years ago I got pregnant. There was a complication and I lost the baby. Oh, that's awful. Are you okay now? I won't lie to you, it's taken a long time for me to come to terms with it, but yes, I'm fine now. You will be too, eventually, if it doesn't feel like it. Even if it doesn't feel like it.
I had no idea Mrs. Martin had lost a child. I don't know why, but it helped to be reminded I'm not the only person to go through something like this.
But what are you going through? I don't understand. Like the music playing it's the same place of where the father was. Hi, Anne. Are you going to be okay? I don't know, I guess so. Sorry, I've never really had anything like this happen to me. I don't know what to say. Don't worry, I understand. No one wants to talk about it. No one knows what to say. I guess we don't want to make things worse somehow. Nothing anyone could say could make this worse. I suppose not.
Anne wanted to help, but she couldn't. No one could. It was long past the point where anyone could.
I mean, does this have... I was like, I keep thinking it's has something to do with the grandmother, but assuming that everything was going in the chronological order, I mean, it would suggest that with the whole school drama thing, but who else is there that could be potentially very ill? Hi, Keith. Hey, how you holding up? Not great, to be honest. I understand, I'm sorry. Yeah, everyone seems to be sorry, but I'm not even sure what that means anymore. We just want you to know you're not alone in this. I appreciate the sentiment, but honestly, I am alone. Trust me, I know how it feels. When I lost my dad, it just hurt so much. People wanted to help, but I didn't know how to let them. I know you're trying, but even knowing that, it doesn't help me. I can't stand all the sympathy. I'm sorry you feel like that. I really do appreciate everything you've done for me. I just wish there was a way I could do the same for you. Don't please, just not right now. Okay, sorry, I'll leave you alone.
Keith means well, but he just makes me feel even worse about everything.
Okay. Oh, what happened? Okay, I'm just gonna check the other side. Yeah, because I figured there's gonna be other people. That's where John is. Where does this side take us? To the father's place. Can I go to the father? I'm gonna assume it's empty. It is empty. So like... It's like, should we be taking some of these sections as a fever dream or whatever? Or... stories in the journal? Okay. Elena, what are you doing here? I know this has been tough for you. I've tried to be a good friend, to be there for you during it all. I know I haven't always been a good friend. Honestly, you've been a terrible friend, and I've been letting you get away with it for so long. I can't do it anymore. Really? You're going to say this all to me at a time like this? I know it's not fair, but I just can't put up with it anymore. I'm not your doormat. Great, thanks. I mean, you did blame her for breaking the window, so... I'm sorry. I really do hope she'll be alright. I hope you'll be alright. Okay, she'll. Is this the grandma? But I just can't be there for you. Fine.
I lost Eleanor as a friend that day. I was so angry at her. I wanted to blame her for it, but it was my fault.
John, she'll be alright, kiddo. It'll be fine. It has to be. So is this like the mother then? I'm just trying to think if the mother... Besides in the house... I mean, because we don't... People's like... It's not like I hear John's like, oh, I've been by the house. Okay. She'll be alright, kiddo. It'll be fine. It has to be. Thanks. And I'm sorry if I've said things lately. Things that I shouldn't have. Don't worry about it. No matter what anyone says, they know you're going through a rough time. I wish I could do things over. Don't fill your head with regrets. Life will always throw crap at you. You've just got to deal with it the best you can. I just feel like I've made so many bad choices. The real kicker is, even if you made different choices, it probably wouldn't change the outcome. I don't know about that. The toughest thing about life is realizing how much of it is out of our control. It's not all down to making the right choice or the wrong one. That's what hurts the most. Thanks, John, for everything.
John told me it wasn't my fault. I wanted to believe him, but I just wanted so hard to turn back the clock.
Okay, the priest. Hi. I'm so sorry, my child. I know that times like this can test even the strongest of us. I just don't know how to deal with any of this. Maybe you shouldn't be trying to deal with it. Just accept that we must, at times, face deep sadness. And then what? In time, the sadness will pass and you will move on with your life. But don't try to rush this process. Just let it happen. That's not very reassuring. At times such as these, there is often no particular solution, no quick fixes to make things better.
I thought the priest would have something to say that made me feel better about everything. But instead, he made me feel like this would go on forever.
Okay, Trevor? Hey, I'm sorry about all of this. It really sucks. Yeah, it really does. It's not gonna help anything, but I've done the first 6 pages of the comic. You can read it later if you want. Really? I'd like that. Yeah, I'm actually really excited for you to see it once you're back at school, or whatever. So am I. I know I'm probably not who you'd usually go to about stuff like this, but I'm around if you ever want to talk. Thanks, Trevor. You're not as bad as everyone says you are, honestly.
I guess I'd always been dismissive about Trevor, but he was the only one of my friends who seemed to understand what I was going through.
Okay. Hi, nurse. Can I help you? Yeah, I mean, I think so. My mother told me I had to come today. Oh, that's right, of course. Just straight ahead through. She's in the private room at the back. How is she? Is your mom not coming with you? It might be best if we all discussed it together. No, she never tells me anything anyway. Well, I'm just not sure we should talk without your mother present. I need to know. Alright, since your mother sent you here, I suppose I should tell you. So, how is she? Right now, she's the most critical patient in the hospital. What's wrong with her? She has a bad infection. Her lungs have been filling with fluid. She's having trouble breathing on her own. What are you doing to fix it? You're fixing it, right? We got her on a respirator to take the pressure off her lungs for now, but we're still waiting on tests so that we know for sure what the infection is. She's on general antibiotics at the moment, but we won't know what course of drugs to give her until we get the results back. She's going to get better though, isn't she? I can't really say one way or the other, but we're doing everything we can. You need to understand, even if she does recover, she's not going to be exactly like she was before. She will need a lot of help. I'd do anything to help her. I'm sure you would. I'm sorry I couldn't give you better news, but it's part of the job. I can only give you the facts, as much as I might like to dress them up. It's okay, I'm glad you were honest with me. Adults never are, not even with each other. It doesn't feel like anyone ever tells the truth.
I wanted the nurse to tell me everything was going to be fine, but I appreciated her honesty. Everyone is always too worried about upsetting me to simply tell me the truth.
Okay. Dad? I can't. Are you okay? I wasn't there. I should have been there. Please, Dad, you're scaring me. I'm sorry for everything. It's not your fault, Dad. Of course it is. She was our responsibility. We're to blame for this. Don't be like this. You know you couldn't have changed anything. So is this her? Is she the one actually in the hospital? If I'd been there, maybe it would have turned out differently. Snap out of this, Dad. I need you. I'm sorry I've not been there for you, for either of you. You've done your best. It wasn't enough. You should go in. You should see her.
I never thought I'd see my father like this. He'd always been so strong in spite of everything. To see him so broken was a shock.
Okay, or is this the mother? Okay. Are you sure you two are okay? Yes, nothing hit us. My God, what am I going to do? They're going to take good care of her. You could ride with them in the ambulance, but I'd recommend you take your other daughter home first. A sister? Okay. I can't lose her. She means everything to me. I thought these things were supposed to be safe. Oh, this is why they keep talking about the carnival. It's like, how the hell is this supposed to play in? Oh, so there's like a big... Looks like there's a blood puddle in the back there, though. Hopefully it's just a red cloth. Please, ma'am, just take your daughter home and then head to the hospital. They will do everything they can.
That day at the carnival was like a dream. It was all too much to process. I couldn't accept that any of it was really happening.
Okay. So, a sister. I have to assume that's what this is.
The end of Grace. They called her Lady Grace, but in truth, she was the big boss. Nothing happened at the carnival without her approval. When she inherited the carnival from her father, it already had a grand reputation. Under her leadership, it would become so much more. She demanded that everyone who walked through the gates would find something that would amaze, excite, or delight them. There had been a few accidents, but nothing serious. She managed every aspect of maintenance carefully and fired anyone who didn't. She was always calm and decisive. No matter how bad things got, she always had a plan to fix whatever problems arose. Until the day the big wheel fell. Only one cart had come loose, and later she was told the damage was so subtle it would have been impossible to spot beforehand. However, that cart had been occupied. A young girl had ridden alone while her mother and sister waited at the bottom. To any other carnival, a single blameless death might not have been the end. However, their renown worked against them. Soon all their bookings were being cancelled, and it hit everyone hard, especially Lady Grace. She gathered everyone together for one final meal, to remember the good times, to celebrate what they had achieved, to say goodbye.
Okay. The walking glitched out. Oh wait, my character is on...
What's written on the pages of my journal is not a chronicle of my life. None of these moments really happened. Looking back at my childhood,
Oh, what?
it's
Sorry.
hard to understand why I said the things I did. I didn't understand how they would affect the people around me. Every choice I remember opens a door to a different world. A dream of how things might have been if I'd made better choices. Been a better person.
Man, the footstep sound effects are clearly glitched out. I'm assuming that it's not supposed to be this way.
When I tore out those pages, I thought I could write a new story. A second chance, when I'd lost all hope. A better history than the one that actually happened.
This is their other games?
In this new reality, we'd still be together. But eventually, I had to wake up. This is the day my sister died.
Oh, I keep doing that. Okay, I'll hold your hand. I'm sorry I haven't been to visit in a while. I wanted to be strong like you. I wanted to sit by your bed until you were better. I'm not strong though. Seeing you like this, it's too much for me. When it happened, it was like the whole thing was just a dream. I didn't know what to think. I couldn't believe it was real. Mom didn't want to let me see you at first. I was so scared nobody would tell me what was happening. But when I first saw you lying here, I thought everything would be fine. You looked fine. I just tried to convince myself that you were going to get better. That's what people do in hospitals, right? One day they'd tell me you've improved, but the next they'd say you were worse again. Eventually I asked Mom to stop telling me how you were. I'd stopped coming to see you. I'm sorry. It was selfish, and I don't like it. I don't like how it made me feel. But now they don't want to say it, but they're losing you. You're going to be gone soon. It feels like you've already been gone for a while. Like my sister died at the carnival, and this is just a body that's been hanging around ever since. I've been lying to myself every day, tricking myself into thinking my life could just go on as if nothing was happening. It's easy. Nobody else wants to talk about you either. If I mention you, they barely respond or just change the subject. They're all carrying on like normal, but I'm falling apart. They say they're there for me, but they don't mean it. I feel so alone in all this. You were the only person I could ever talk to about stuff like this, and now you're... Mom sent me here so I could say goodbye, but I can't do it.
See you around, sis.
Okay. So I think...
See you around, sis.
I guess I just leave.
I'm sorry I lied to you. I didn't tell you about her. About how amazing she was. I should have used our time together to explain to you just how caring and generous she was.
Assuming you want to press space.
I'm not saying she was perfect, but she was a better person than I could ever be. She made me who I am, and by pretending she didn't exist, I've betrayed her. I'm still selfish. I built a dream world for myself, a place where I only had to worry about my own problems and forgot about everyone else's. Maybe I've not changed that much since I was a kid. I could have said thousands of words about her, and you'd still not know her like I did. You'd never understand what she meant to me, or why. I want to tell you that I think about her every day, but that wouldn't be true either. Some days it's easier to just focus on what's in front of me than remember the sadness eating away at me. I want to tell you that the memories I have of her are of the good times we shared, but remembering her face brings me pain. It reminds me how empty, how alone I feel without her. I want to tell you that it's become easier over time. Maybe it has, but every time I wake up from dreams about her, it's like losing her all over again. She would be so proud to see how far I've come. I couldn't have done it without her. I hate that she couldn't see what she gave me. I know I'm not special. We all lose people, and although I'd lost people before, losing her hurt me in a way I can't put into words. Many of our struggles in life make us stronger, but this broke me down. It gave me wounds that might never heal, scars that might never fade. I'm a weaker person now. Maybe that's how it should be. I wish I had some final, clever thought to end with. One that might make you understand what all this was about. But all I have is me, a broken, messed up person, trying to struggle through a life that doesn't make sense. That's just who I am.
Okay. So, okay. You know, looking at this footage, I'm wondering if, like, how personal of a story for the person who created this was. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so this is what I gotta say for... There was one... I saw, like, one review talking about... the title of this game, Journal, it doesn't really mesh with any of the story itself. There's nothing really gameplay-wise that really associates itself with the journal, the book that we just go around, talk to people, and like the pages of memories fill up or something like that. But it doesn't really place such any sort of importance that the title of the game is almost means nothing to the story itself. As for the story in the game it was being presented, I think it lacks a hook in the beginning. It does take a bit of a while for the game to really kind of get understanding what the story it's trying to tell. Because I was kind of like, okay, why am I following this girl? What's going on? Her journal pages are blank, but it doesn't really mean anything. So in that sense, it is a slow start. But yeah, it's just a nice little story of, well, not nice, maybe not, I don't know, nice is the right word to use. It's a story of grief. Probably getting over it. Acceptance, all that jazz. But yeah, the journal aspect, frankly, just doesn't seem a bit suitable I mean, there's no journal aspect, really. Nothing that's going to distinguish itself from any other game of just... any other thing where you come across something and like, oh, they've written in their little diary, and then we can read what the character is going through as we take them on the experience. But yeah, I think that's really all I have to say about the game. It does need something in the beginning to try to hook you into what the character's story may or may not be. I guess they just didn't want to overplay their hand about the grief that she was avoiding. But yeah, it was a bit hard to get into in the beginning until I could see, okay, there's something up with this girl. And then you get to the chapter with the grandmother, and like, I think for me that was probably like, oh, okay, this is where some emotional impact was. You can see some emotional impact taking place, or something that's affecting the character, because you don't know what's going on with the character beforehand, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I guess it just depends how it may or may not be delivered. Either way, that's it for a journal. Next... Oh, Jesus, that scared me. Next week, I'm still... Yeah, so next week is going to be just another sort of one-off game. I have to see what I've got. I don't know, I actually might... One of my coworkers is in, like, school for game development. I'm so tempted to play... to see what some of the stuff he made. But either way, I'm gonna end it there. In the meantime, I can tell you what's gonna happen during October, since it's Halloween month. I am going to play the DLC for Outlast Whistleblower, which I really don't have much memory of, so I'm going to be properly terrified. I feel like there's some... See if I can come up and grab... Sorry, I'm just gonna go into my Steam library here. So what do I have under live streams? Blackout. Blackout's gonna be a singular experience. Because I think Whistleblower is pretty short. If it doesn't take me one, it's gonna take at least 2 sets. Blackout should probably take 1 set, depending how long. What else do I have here? I don't know. I like a Moonrise Fall. I don't know how long that's gonna take. Omen, Exio Plague. Don't know how long it's gonna take. But yeah, those are the things on my list. In terms of Let's Plays itself, after... One of them might start actually at the end of September, but I do have the Cat Lady that's going to be played, and Fran Bao, I believe, is the other one. But yes, that's it for Journal. So, thank you for liking if you liked. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys, see ya!